Hello and welcome back, all you wonderful people out there. We're getting ready for another game of Hype Dota. You'll have to forgive me a little bit. We were in the midst of talking about the wonderful P-Flax IKEA build stream. So there's some comfy vibes going on. Shout out to P-Flax. But Trent, we've got a great game coming up here. It's going to be Talon facing off against Aster, Southeast Asia versus China, with a little sprinkle of NA in there. Our buddy Sumail. How do you feel about Team Aster? We haven't got to see much of Talon between the two of us, but Aster, I feel like we've got a pretty good amount of footage on so far. How do you feel about them?
Yeah, we got to watch their series versus Liquid. And we've also saw them quite a bit when we were doing coverage for the Bali Major. I feel like we covered a lot of the Aster games. So
right,
it's been fun. They are definitely an exciting team to watch. There's no doubt about that. Everyone's obviously was pretty hyped up the second that they added Sumail, and since then they've I guess this was our first time seeing them with Kaka though, which has been pretty cool.
Right.
As oh wow, we're getting started already. Nice, cool. But they're probably my favorite team to watch right now. Is that crazy? I don't know. I feel like they might be actually.
Really? Okay.
I mean, because like the draft was so interesting before that they're developing. I think that's what makes them so exciting is they're constantly changing. Because at first it was just like, oh, we're just picking a Storm Spirit, and it was working. And then everyone was like, oh, we'll just first phase ban Storm Spirit. And then other heroes open up. And then not only are they shifting a lot as a team because they're still relatively new, and they also just got Kaka added on instead, the meta is changing at the same time. So I feel like they are the most dynamic team at the moment because they're just not quite sure what they're doing.
Yeah, they're discovering it themselves. But I will say, whatever it is that they are doing, it's working right now in Group B. They're sitting top of the marks with Talon. So Talon and Aster are up there. Bet Boom just a couple of rungs above them on the ladder that is what I'm describing in my head. That doesn't actually exist. But yeah, exciting stuff as we get into this first game here. Let's see how it goes. Clockwork banned out as well as the Broodmother. Clock has been pretty high up there in terms of ratings, but also the Lion first phase banned by Talon. Interesting. Spicy.
Double support focus there.
Yeah.
Interesting. Talon though, yeah, you were kind of saying though, not here we've seen a lot of. Yeah, that was my question. Was going to be the IO. Obviously, we just had a big discussion about it in our previous series with Game Gladiators, but it's not like every team is picking IO at the moment. So no. there is some debate as to like how much are you going to ban? Like for example, Tundra banned it last game. They banned Brood and IO versus Talon. But if you go back, Talon have not been banning IO. Their opponents have not been banning IO. Talon have not picked IO. Let me see here. The last time Talon played IO, I'm still scrolling here.
They don't play IO, is what you're telling me.
3 months ago.
Okay.
For like 2 games.
Interesting.
Yeah. So it's I don't know. Curious. I don't know if they're just copying Tundra's homework or they just really don't want to deal with IO strategies, but it's going to be a silencer opener.
Okay. I like it. That has been one of the go-tos for Talon. They run that together with Storm. They've run it together. I mean, Storm has actually been the most common one. It looks like they've been pairing it together with. We'll see if they manage to get that. If maybe Aster wanted to take Storm for themselves. Definitely a Sumail hero, but maybe taking it this early with all the nerfs that's received when you run Pugna together is not worth it. Also, running into Silencer just feels bad. But no, they're going to take the Snapfire. This has been a staple for Sumail.
I wonder why they didn't pick Enigma instead of the Silencer. I feel like the Enigma has been, I don't know, maybe he's fallen off a little bit, but I don't know. That's how they started the tournament. Their very first game was a first overall Enigma, and they picked it up. They beat Team Secret. Maybe it just didn't feel that good. They also just lost to Tundra. Maybe they felt like it's too counter-pickable. And especially if you want to try and keep it in the core role.
Whoa.
Hey, that's actually we have seen Aster play this, but this is also a hero that Talon has picked up a little bit too. So, bit of a shared hero pool right now.
Right. First phase is a bit surprising to me. I kind of like it. If they are thinking that this could be a Storm that comes out, which again, Talon, when they first face Silencer, they've taken Storm every time. This is a nice way to try and set up for ganks against Storm in the mid before he gets 6. Sumail already is going to be punishing you. Very easy to get a couple kills that way.
Yeah,
but no! Dude! The jabs Meepo. This is what they ran previously with this.
This thing is disgusting. This offlane Meepo is very, very nasty. Now, of course, yeah, Jabs played it. It's not guaranteed it'll be offlane, but logically, the offlane seems fine. It seems to lane well, and that's typically the lane that you want to be the most concerned with.
Right.
The least concerned with in terms of just like, you're just chucking someone to the wolves sometimes, every once in a while. If the Meepo can do it, that's the dream. Now what I want to see is their bans when they pick Meepo. That I'm curious about.
Yeah. So there's a couple of interesting dynamics going on here. Obviously, the Clowner's Wyvern still feels like it could be really good on it. Any of their heroes, honestly. But then the other dynamic is you talked about the fact that a lot of these Meepos are relying upon Mega Meepo, right? This is what makes this hero so incredibly strong. Do Aster go back for something like that? Know this, when he goes into Mega Meepo mode, if you Astral Mega Meepo, it immediately ends Mega Meepo, and all the other ones just fall out. That could watch for. We'll have to see.
They did do that in their first series versus Liquid during the play-ins when they were both secured. They had that matchup. They used the OD. It worked. They beat the Meepo. Right. But that also has been spreading, that knowledge in terms of like the Shadow Demon Disruption and the OD Astral. So Talon, maybe either you just don't worry about it and you just don't build the Ags. Like you skip over and go another way. Yeah. That might be something. But I don't know. The Ags feels pretty critical to the build. So obviously they don't seem that phased by it since they aren't worrying about banning those heroes. They're instead going to go for the other classic hero and one that upsets us that it's banned in the ET. I really want to see Giant Punch happen. Timbersaw is still in.
True.
That hero seems pretty crazy with the Ags versus Meepo.
I agree. No, it could. I mean, again, for anybody that doesn't know, each of those Meepos, you had tested this earlier, does supply one of the buffs to Timber and his reactive armor craziness. I just, before we get too deep into the woods with counterpicks and all the rest of it, I think from a strategy point of view too, this is a really important game for Talon, right? Because if they can get Meepo first phase to win, some of the teams would have just pushed up Meepo into their pick priority into banning it in the second phase, right? But if you can get Meepo to have to be first phase banned against you, that opens up a whole new round of strategic problems. So if like winning this match right here for Talon is going to sort of send ripples down the rest of the drafting pool against this team for a while.
I also think teams are going to be looking at all of these games with the Meepos in them because they want to see what other teams did. They're gonna like these are going to be the replays that are watched quite a bit, both from the winning side and the losing perspective, to wonder like, okay, so does this work? Why didn't this work? Can we adapt on this to make it a functional counter? Aster overall, I mean, their draft is still just pretty chill. This just looks like some pretty normal Aster stuff in a lot of their games. We still have the potential flexibility here of the Snapfire. But the mid has just been looking so good, but it is 10th pick, so of course the flexibility is always there. I think we talked about how they were one of the few teams that was busting it out more often. Was that them? I don't remember. Either way,
maybe
it's very comfortable on support as well as being into the that last pick core role. So Tide Snap, great combo. Ravage into Kisses, pretty much the best way to start a fight. We have this double brawler strategy too of Spirit Breaker and Tide Hunter, where it's just so chaotic in the fights when they're all in the midst of it there. And with all the physical damage, they're going to bring out the TB. This reminds me of that game that we cast at the Lima Major that was that like TB Tinker on the same team? I think it was.
Yeah, and
we were just, that was disgusting. Yeah, and they won that game. That was gross.
I think it was
very
Talon.
Similar feeling.
I think that might have been Talon.
Either way, it was gross.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was. I think Talon. We just hate Talon's drafts. These people are disgusting, unbelievable.
And I'm okay saying that because, I mean, frankly, it's deserved. Let's be honest.
If I'm Team Aster right now, I am regretting not taking that Timber Saw, though. My God.
Oh, they also used to play that Talon with they used to do the TB and the Naga Siren, too. Oh.
Yeah. It's just
they
jabs.
have the Naga off lane.
Honestly. It's just jabs. What a guy.
Well,
God, I don't know. I don't know what you do here. If you're Aster now. I mean, I guess from Talon, they have they still need to cover these guys, kind of.
just win. Well, you know, it's fine.
Okay, fair.
Game. There's still Morphling, you know. We saw that hero pop off. He still looked kind of okay. I don't know. I want a big game winner.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm thinking of some larger heroes here from Monet. Do we go hardcore counterpick carry heroes? Do we have hardcore counterpick carry heroes? I mean, Sven, of course, was the classic. It's still decent. The Timbersaw is still in, I gotta say. Timber versus Terrorblade and Meepo looks incredible, but it's kind of hard to make it. Well, it's not that hard to make it work, I guess, at this point.
But
maybe if the mid matchup's good after.
Yeah, you're committed to like weird stuff a little bit, right? It has to be Timber mid then, and you don't know what your matchup is yet.
Yeah, I can't pick it now, but maybe after. Monkey King.
Okay. Maybe, yeah, I could see that. I could see also like. I don't know if Faceless might be the play. Oh, okay. Oh, that's another interesting Meepo one. Okay. I like that. He's going to be running very fast.
All right. Yeah, okay, I like this. It's pretty solid. Very good laning stage, too. Doesn't know the off lane. Well, I guess he does know the off lane matchup for the most part. It's probably going to be the Ench and the Meepo, so. Yeah, okay. And do we put Snap mid? They're gonna, they banned the Shadow Demon. They know.
Yeah.
Also with a TV and an Ench, it would have been an excellent Shadow Demon game.
So then the question is, do they decide to take this Snapfire to mid, or are they gonna run it support? And having last pick overall gives them a look at like what could be a decent matchup at the end here. I
really hope that the Timber mid works. Like I think if it's a playable matchup. I think going Timber looks awesome for Aster.
I think the other thing to think about is Talon right now. I think their early game looks good. Ench beefs that up a little bit. And I think their late game is also very scary. But I think their mid game, they don't have any stunts, right? And you're playing against like Tidehunter, Spirit Breaker. I think Aster want to hit a really good timing in there and just put as much punishment on it as they can.
Yeah, in that regard, it would be nice to be able to take down structures a little bit too.
Right.
10 seconds.
Like something that helps you take any objectives, really. Be it Roche or be it towers.
Dude,
be very helpful because it does feel like there's a window.
The OD, I think, is a really good pick here for Team Aster. Like being able to take him out of Mega Meepo, get a Meteor Hammer if you want to even. It's great against TB.
I'm sure that's the consideration of the ban right now. Just because like they've already banned the Shadow Demon. We've talked about that being a good counter to the Mega Meepo. The Ag seems necessary. Unless that they're thinking like maybe we don't have to ban it depending on what we want mid. They banned the Zeus, another classic counterpick to TB. And pretty good versus Meepo, I guess, too. That's an interesting one. Oh, wait, no, it's not. Is it? I don't know. I was thinking about with the Shard, but we don't have to... worry about that anymore. Yeah, I don't know about that.
I guess you're just
the magic
dealing
resistance is just too much.
You're doing so much damage though that even if there is magic resistance, like you can't build BKB against him, right?
Yeah, that's kind of interesting.
TALON Esports.
All right, Wind Ranger.
Ooh, that's definitely a hero OD doesn't like.
I don't think Talon can take it now, but they can try and like. Dude, what if they like sniper?
Dude, what if they just take the OD? Then they can't pick Timbersaw.
I don't.
It's genius.
Primal. Okay. That shores up their mid game a lot. I like this a lot from Talon.
Dude, they actually can just take OD's so sick. The Astral saves versus Pulverize. The damage versus TB. The Mega Meepo counter. Aster have already done it. I mean, Talon, no. Again, I'm sure they know about this counter. But it looks good.
I think if it's anything but OD, I'm favoring Talon. Let's see. I guess Timber maybe is another one, but they go for the Wyvern.
All right. Also acceptable. We're bringing it out.
Interesting.
Sumail? Or wait, I guess who knows? Maybe it's not.
No,
It's just
it's
Pichu.
Pichu.
Oh, all right. Still sweet.
Okay. I like it. I like what we're seeing.
And it does make more sense for it to be support as well. I mean, the upsides of it being core obviously are that you will get like higher mobility on the earlier end and you go more damage focused, but then you don't have the sole mission of just cursing the Meepo. Whereas when you're playing support, you have one job, and Sumail can help with the additional damage onto the Meepo afterwards and deal with that, but still do so much more as a core Meepo.
Well, and I think
core snap.
It's core snap. I think the other thing too is that it feels like it's more in their wheelhouse, right? Like obviously they've run the OD as an answer to the Meepo before, but I think that putting Sumail on the Snapfire, taking Monet as like, okay, Monet the Bloodseeker is going to be our Meepo answer, and also like the other thing about Bloodseeker is Bloodright after a Ravage. Suddenly you can't make a Meepo as Meepo unless he builds Manta, I guess, to deal with the silence. So I guess that he could then. Yeah, that actually is an issue. I think this Jabs Meepo might be really good. And I think Aster are like, we're just going to play our game, but I'm worried that that might not be enough. That's a scary water bottle. Look at that.
Vanish.
Nice.
It's my magic trick.
Is that your Meepo magic trick?
Yeah.
Vanishing?
I don't know. I was digging.
Poofing
I was
away?
hiding. Yeah.
Okay.
Gonna get some more HP.
Interesting.
Well, I've been asking for a Meepo game. Is this our first?
I think
I
so.
think it is. Yeah, first one we had the pleasure. I wonder how Meepo's doing at the old Riyadh Masters so far, huh?
Dude, I'll tell you, in pubs, it is a frustrating hero to play against. It's like you think you're going to get him, and then he's just like, nope, I'm standing on top of everybody.
This will be his 10th game so far, and if they win, he'll be back up to 50-50.
Okay, so it's been losing a decent amount, 4-9.
Yeah, it's about even.
Fair enough. All right, well, let's see as we get into this game number 1. Talon facing off against Aster. Both teams towards the top of the group right now. Would love to get a 2-0 here. A 2-0 wouldn't guarantee making it through the upper bracket, but I think that realistically, they would be through into upper bracket on these teams. Obviously, a lot can change, but like if you're already 3-1 and then you take a 2-0 over another team that's 3-1, you're going to be in a good spot.
Right. Feels good.
Or maybe we just end up with 1-1s everywhere and a bunch of tiebreakers. Who knows?
Ooh, was that? I don't think that word was spotted. I think he did it from behind that tree, so they didn't see it. But it's kind of hard to tell. Both teams having a lot of vision on that bottom bounty run.
Am I remembering this correctly, by the way, that Talon was one of the teams that has the most pings per average in Dota? I think that's
I don't know.
true.
Yep.
Okay, and there it is. So what I was going to say is that part of the reason for it is Jabs. He just pinged like 4 times that Spirit Breaker's missing. Jabs is a pinger. He's pinging all the time. And voice lines, all of it. This guy is very emotive when he plays.
Well, hopefully he's a little bit busier with the Meepo. Maybe, it'll be down this game.
That's right. He uses it to keep his finger speed up high. So this has been preparing for this moment. And bounty runs 2 apiece.
All right. Hopes, dreams, and aspirations for this game. From the side of Aster, I mean, you have one clear mission, and that is to slow down this Meepo as much as you can. Try and ruin the early game. Try not to feed when the Atos comes out, because if you're just picked off alone, it's very easy to just die. Core players included. That has certainly been a problem for some of these matchups. And then just try and hit your big curses. So to be clear, Winter Wyvern, you said it was the very first hero you named in terms of the counters. This was widely considered unplayable for a long time. You could not play Meepo if there was Wyvern. So we'll see if that has changed. But essentially, because when you curse, obviously everyone around attacks. Meepo has a lot of friends. Becomes a bit of a problem.
Right. Yeah, and I mean there is the issue too of obviously Mega Meepo is really good at helping to deal with that, but if you Mega Meepo and then they curse one of your allies nearby, Mega Meepo is going to beat the crap out of them too, and it's going to be a problem. wave pulling shenanigans down bottom, as you can see. Kaka grabbing one wave, and then 23 Savage bringing his on over to the small camp. So we'll be able to get off to a decent start there. In the mid lane, the thing that I want to watch for is Primal a good enough answer against Snapfire? This is a hero that can be very strong, but you can see Sumail still kind of taking him to town, getting denies right in his face. I mean, Sumail obviously is an exceptionally gifted laner, but beyond that, I feel Snap is just really, really good right now.
Yeah, she feels extremely powerful. Possibly one of the best, like, safe picks going to mid at the moment. Just, you have so many tools, right? You have a little bit of mobility early on. You're hard to gank, but you also just have this insane damage output. And the ability to cookie creeps makes for very cool and pretty unpredictable plays in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
You just have to... It's like laning versus, like, TA traps. You always have to be just like... Or, sorry, TA side blades. You have to be, like, always sort of thinking about it.
Yeah.
Just like that. Like, it's quick how much damage you can take.
Jeez. And then the charge coming through. Bloodseeker's moving fast because he's low. Like, everything kind of working together in concert. Kako is just using the charge to get to mid so that way he can steal the water rune away. And Primal bottle, but not really that much to do with it.
Yeah, not a great start so far in that regard. Doubled up from the last hits of Sumail. He's been clicking him too the whole time, despite the 8 armor when he's under tower.
Oh, Jabs.
Still been a bit painful.
That did not go the way Jabs thought it was going to, and takes a good chunk of damage there. Although Q buying a little bit of extra time and forcing back Monet. You can see they're making value with this.
Yeah,
Odo
has a salve, so he's just porting.
Ooh, well done. I was wondering, he's getting low there. They made it work.
Oof. That is painful. Did he buy something? Oh, yeah, he did. Okay. His courier has some tangos, so that's good, at least.
Yeah.
Positives.
Always got to find him. Well, right now, Aster definitely off to a hot start across all of the lanes. The only one that's really doing quite well is going to be the Terrorblade, as Primal tries to catch back up a little bit here. Sumail even glyphing the wave while they're diving 23 Savage underneath the tower. Some good damage into him. XXS does have another anchor smash, but can't quite get in range, and Kaka going to drop. Oh, maybe not.
Oh,
okay.
Maybe?
Fairy Fire backs away. 23 Savage right onto him. Has another reflection in a couple of seconds. But Kaka has charge and salve. Backing out of there. Will reflect, but... Oh, Arcane Curse. Charge is dead. Well done.
Did he have charge up earlier? Did he just charge too late?
No, it was coming off cooldown.
Oh, okay. That was a bit greedy, I'd say, overall from Aster. It did force a rotation, which is nice, so it kind of leaves Jabs alone, but you know, I mean, I say alone. He's a meepo, so there's still 2 of them. You can still mess with the pull at the same time. He's able to use his other meepo to pull while still like being in the lane versus Monet, which is so ridiculous.
Yeah.
Charge him now, too. Oh, look at this.
Go on to the back one.
Guys, he's too good.
Net.
He's too good.
That's really nice. That's really impressive. Interesting.
Oh, this is so annoying. I love it.
Go on to him. They move in. Q is there. Connects. Brings down Monet. Ollie with the rotation, or rather Q with the rotation, and Ollie securing it.
That was really nice, because Ollie had TP'd just in case in that last gank, but Q was still down bottom because he had also TP'd, right? Like, these support rotations to assist the side lanes, they're not giving any help to mid because of this, and he is suffering. Like, keep in mind, this is hurting Makoto's game a lot, because since they had to TP Q down bottom, which, by the way, a TPing Eng never feels that great, but still had to be there to try and stop the dive on 23 Savage. Then they TP back up top on Ollie. So now they have to really use these twin gates, see if they can secure something. Jabs is going to come down bottom with 1 meepo. So, really getting cute with it at the moment. I don't know about this, though. This is a full HP Tidehunter. He's just going to grab the Watcher.
Yeah, I mean, and now XXS knows that he's in the area, too. He should not get caught out by this, but he actually is going to.
No,
a little bit?
Die. There's no way. He's literally just taking the Lotus.
Yeah.
Or at least securing.
In towards mid. Makoto tries to get away and will be able to. Sumail using at Mortimer's kisses, but not able to get the finish.
This is crazy.
What part of it? The Meepo?
Like, yeah, using the Meepo to go down bottom just to help secure the Lotus so that Tide doesn't get it, to like give a better lane to your TEV. Like, he spent so much time with that Meepo doing that, and also securing the Watcher, and now he's gonna get a kill into Pichu.
Yeah. He's really good at this. I mean, again, as you said, it's coming at the cost of Makoto's game, but jabs moves enough in to get the finish onto Kaka, and now Sumail taking some damage. If they can get Sumail here, this would be huge, but not going to be able to. A bit too hard.
Monet takes a ton of damage there from the meta. Force the TP out. They love these twin gates. I mean, keep in mind it is XSS about to have a meteor hammer here on the Tide Hunter, so that's a pretty big reason why it's time to bail.
Absolutely.
Makoto comes down bottom. This is pretty solid. Okay. I like this.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Swap it up a bit. He's still not going to be able to deal with the meteor hammer spam, really, I feel like, on the primal. And Jab's taking over mid for a bit. He actually goes back through again, and they're going to try and knock the Wyvern out of here. So Makoto spots the reflection there. Sumail has a cookie at the ready if they want to chase. Makoto in trouble. Slowed down. Cookie and XXS. Makoto dead. You can't really do that much to help this.
That sent 23 Savage back down to the bottom lane. Part of the reason why TV's up here is that you're hoping to knock down this tower and then be able to farm a couple of those camps just up above. But if the tower stays up, if you commit the resources to it and you manage to save this tower, you're going to keep this lane for XXS. And now it's Kaka who's getting some free XP on the bottom on a Spirit Breaker. So the Wisdom Runes did go even, but getting this nice like full wave to your support feels great. Ollie doing the same thing in the mid on the Silencer, and a little bit of Meteor Hammer action up in that top tower too.
Yeah. Meteor hammers all around. Jab's got an illusion rune, is trying to take some ancients with his Meepos. So trying to get his farm going. And I think has the Atos flying out right now? No, it was just the crowns.
Oh my god, you just terrified me.
Yeah, that would have been quick. That would have been very quick.
Jeez. Oh, a jump scare. Speaking of being very farmed though, Sumail. Kind of huge. Gonna have an Atos himself at about 250 gold, so there you go. There's the jump scare. As he's 1,000 gold ahead of that Meepo.
He's had a really good time.
These snaps. Yeah. I mean, free lane for quite a while with, again, all the supports having to go to the side lanes and using the twin gate so much. Less attention than mid, which was something that was theorized a lot when the patch dropped and we first started playing. We saw a lot of twin gate action, but now it feels like there have been way more rotations towards the mid to secure those runes. And now it's starting to feel a little bit more hero dependent. Like if you have those spirits, mid you get more rotations. But this game, it's been pretty 1v1.
Yeah.
Charge hits mid. Level 5 Ench. Monet not going to commit the Rupture.
No. Yeah, and he's trying to get into his Maelstrom as quick as possible. Everybody just trying to get to their items. I think, again, for Talon, they've got some strong windows in here as they run towards the Wyvern, who does not have that much mana, is just going to have to TP back home. And, wow. They just got him. That was just kisses.
Sometimes you just get sniped.
Oh, man.
I mean, that was like from downtown. That was, he just died. That's it.
Yeah.
He even tried to sunder by the looks of it.
It wasn't even an Atos. He was trying to sunder his own illusion. Man. Okay. 23 Savage too far forward, and Sumail in the right place at the right time. XXS keeps on stepping forward to Meteor Hammer this tower and should be able to get it within the next couple of volleys.
Ollie's been mid for so long.
Yeah.
And it's still hard to get 6.
Right. Yeah, they're going to bring all their numbers forward. Sumail gets the last hit on the tower. And Talon, as has often been the case for this team, is basically just sort of buying time for the late game. I think that's what this team really tries to excel at here.
I'm worried for Makoto's game.
Yeah.
Pretty far behind. I mean, he can't. He doesn't really feel like he has much to do because he is just waiting. Like waiting on a primal beast feels awful. It might be one of the worst heroes in the game in a core role to feel like the team doesn't want to do anything. It reminds me of being support disruptor or like support undying. Like, I want to go fight. I want to go do stuff. I don't want to just chill. Primal beast, kind of the same thing. I mean, not to say that you can't farm up like crazy, but I think he's just too vulnerable in this game because he's versus a spirit breaker. So he's never quite sure how aggressive he can be on the lanes.
Well, and he also just kind of got trashed, right? Like,
Yeah,
he was left
100%.
completely alone by his team, and then kind of got the Sumail treatment. And they do. He can't go on XXS here. There's no way that's gonna work. Scan hits over to the side. Talon trying to find somebody. It's gonna be Monet, but are they gonna be in position to find him for the kill? Rupture. Monet in trouble. Global for the follow-up. Wyvern would have been great for a curse, but can't quite get in range, and now silence, but about to wear off. Okay. Jabs is there. The Ravage at the same time as the curse. A little not what they wanted, and Jabs just going to poof away. But Atos out. Sumail on him. Jabs going to go down. Not bad. And with the charge going through onto 23 Savage, they might have him for after. Charge of Darkness used, but Nether Strike is there, pushes him back into position, and then the cookie not quite on the mark. But they will have Meteor Hammer back up again if he tries to TP out. Sumail is there for the chase. That should be more than enough. Great fight for Talon. Excuse me, for Aster. All right, come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now.
The king. The scatter blast and the cookie not connecting there. That would have been rough. He denied himself to Roche. He would have been feeling a little bit silly there, but yeah, nice play there too, coming through, and good thing he was able to clean up Jabs. That would have been a true disaster there if he didn't get the kisses onto the camp where he had poofed over to. They're gonna move through though, again, just immediately getting aggressive here. This time with no global though. Makoto still desperate to fight. Blink on Tide. And Pichu still thinking about Arcanes or maybe Blink, if he can get there. Curious if he wants to maybe eventually go for a Dispel or go for it first, but the Blink Dagger is truly the item that you're usually hoping for versus the Meepo.
Right. XXS runs into Jabs again. Meteor Hammer. Charge. Kaka gets away from the people that were ganking him, and now they connect in. Not enough mana for the Nether Strike, actually, but they still have enough to take down Jabs. I mean, this is kind of what I was talking about. I think Talon early game and late game are good, but this mid game, they kind of get walloped.
Yeah, I don't know. I felt like there could have been some rotations there or something maybe, but obviously he was a little bit in no man's land, and no one's by the Twin Gate, so I guess rotations are kind of hard to come by. At first I thought he was just going to be able to like move the other Meepo and poof away, but hit with the hammer. The charge is pretty great, honestly.
Yeah.
For tracking the Meepos too.
Gonna be found. Have the Nether Strike. Pulls him back into position, and the Scatter Blast. Is it enough with the cookie? Don't even need it. Kaka cleans up top. Chasing onto XXS. He is in trouble. Ravage back off cooldown now. Not gonna pop it.
Roche nearby to assist either on that.
Now.
Still very wealthy though. Second highest net worth in the game with Sumail above him and Monet below him. So I'm still feeling pretty good over there on Aster. 23 Savage though will eventually get into the Scotty. That'll help out a lot versus Monet especially. Trying to make that Bloodseeker have a bit of a worse time here. Game plan wise for Aster though. Getting into the farming item of the Maelstrom immediately into the BKB. Typical Bloodseeker stuff. Halberd looks like it might be the next option there for XXS, but yeah, it looks pretty damn good this game, huh? Versus Meepo for the evasion, versus TB for the best like long range disarm, even versus Ench. We saw earlier today how helpful it can be versus those impetuses.
Yep. Dash. Kodo. He's caught. Gonna get Atos, the Meteor Hammer, to land in the midst of his onslaught. They tried to cover it with Global, but will not work.
That's a painful Global, man. I don't know if they just think Makoto's having such a bad game that they have to rip a Global to try and save him, but that is a painful one to lose. And that just gives the green light to Aster, I would say, to pick an objective and just go for it.
Yeah. Absolutely. They're getting everything done. Still keeping this tier 1 tower mid alive to allow them to rotate and find these pickoffs around the map. And Sumail, I mean, he's getting close to an Aghanim Scepter. We saw how good this could be in the series just the other day. I feel like this has been a staple, them combining Tidehunter with the Snapfire, and it's looked really good.
Yeah, I think with the extra mobility of the Spirit Breaker, it makes it even better. Because, like, the main thing about the Ags where people miss out on it, like, we had them rush it. It might have been Kaka who did it, where he rushed it in the support role, and it felt pretty bad. But he didn't have great vision. Like, they never knew exactly how or where to start the fights. But when you have this charge, there's going to be way more situations where you can confidently say, like, oh, okay, here's the hero. Like, we're going to connect with the Gobble Up and start this fight off on the right foot. They're all immediately rotating down towards Monet. And with this vision on Q, he is very dead.
Not really a great chance for anything else to happen. So they'll kill him off. But now there are 4 heroes down bottom. What do you do if you're Aster? Do they try and push that bottom tower that's going to spread out and farm? It is a pretty big move for an Enchantress, but I mean, I guess the rest of Talon is just so afraid that you can't really take advantage of this anyways.
I think you keep mid pushed in, you farm up these camps, and you kind of do a little test run on bottom, you know? See what kind of response is coming in. Even just meteor hammering that mid tier 2 is great.
Yeah, it's really solid.
No such thing as too much.
The only thing they're really getting is just like some farm of the top camp there onto jabs, but they're not pushing any objectives on their own because you're holding 2 lanes down right now. You are getting the benefit of this right now as Aster.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they're kind of like lollygagging a bit, aren't they? Like running around in circles a little, clumped up. They're not quite sure what they want to do either.
That ward, they see this.
Yep, that's a very nice ward. They had thoughts on this potential meepoing.
I mean, this is not going to work. It's just not. Oh, man. If they catch him heading out here. All right, yeah. Thankfully, Jabs is gone. Are they going to get the 2 supports? It doesn't look like it. So, Spidey senses tingling for Talon as they realize that a smoke was going on and they got out of the Roche pit.
They do have a very deep ward still left on that dire side of the jungle. They did see that Monet was hitting some neutrals. I mean, he shows mid now anyway. But
right.
They are at least aware that he is not currently joining them, but they can't see much else on the map right now. So I'm sure they're feeling a little bit worried. Makoto is just hiding because he's too scared to reveal himself to a potential charge and gank through the twin gate, which is exactly what will happen when he shows here. Well, I guess charging directly across the middle of the map's a little bit savage. So he just wipes the wave as fast as possible. That same ward that Q died under before does get taken out by himself, though, and not going to be charged because of it, because Kaka's busy charging mid already.
Okay. And meanwhile, up on the top side, pushing. Aster, keep that pressure on, yeah. Well, 5k gold lead. They're going to try and set up now, find a kill onto Kaka, and it looks like that one's going to be easily done. So Talon doing what they can there.
Yeah, Makoto actually makes his way into a BKB. He's struggling. It's not the best game that you can have, but this is a huge item for Primal Beast. Certainly a hero that relies on it quite heavily. Usually just BKBs and blinks, but feels like more and more he has to get that BKB first. He's going to find them first.
Yeah, Makoto's dead. I think they get Q2. Oh, no, Global. Nice play. TP out. So they get away with Makoto. Q, not going to quite be so lucky, it looks like. Oh, wait. Ollie. Oh, denied shield rune. I was like, what the hell? How'd he do that? No, XXS got the kill.
And then just Roche. That's what Pichu's saying. You're all here. You got 3 points and a little shredder. I'd say it's about time to head on in.
Yep. Trent.
Yep.
I'm not going to lie to you.
Yep.
I know this offlane Meepo has looked good in other games. I'm not feeling it right now.
Oh, this is how they get you. This is... Don't lose faith yet.
I'm not feeling it. I think that Aster have come up with some good solutions, and the solutions are just beat you in lanes. Because holy moly, they have not been able to do that much, it feels like, over the last couple of minutes.
You're not wrong. And they still have the Wyvern counter, which has not even been realized yet.
Yeah.
As he is just getting in towards that Blink Dagger gold now.
Kaka. A little late to the rune. And does he get punished? Ooh. Charge, charge, charge. Jabs. Does he get him with the net? The Atos is there. Ooh, but the Shadow Blade, the runaway, still got vision. Kaka gets out.
Yeah, I feel like XXS being there on that wave just kind of stopped them from really wanting to do much. Q has been up here for a while, by the way.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Meepo?
Monet. Mega
Meepo.
Monet keeps the pusher on, tries to run away. That's Aegis down. Jabs getting charged. Can they survive through a second round of this now? Monet running after him, flings one out, tries to get away, but the silence means there won't be a move out. And Jedi. Can they find more? Ollie. Gonna get thrown objects at him by Sumail, and eventually they'll run down the silencer. So they do manage to burn the Aegis, but Meepo ends up dying for it along with the silencer.
Yeah, and the one, kill that Makoto finally finds again is just on an Aegis. So, unfortunately, not going to get himself a little bounty there. And, man, Q has just been up here for a long time. He's still there. These are the only camps on the map that he could find that he's like, I can get some creeps. I can farm it up a little bit here. And Makoto has joined him to take some here. They're going to try and grab Kaka. Let's go, Makoto. Let's go. Yeah, get him.
Oh, no. Okay, they got him. They got him. They got him.
Dude. You don't really want to use Pulverize on him anyway.
Right.
Oh, wait. It's channeled, right? So it doesn't get affected by status resistance?
I do not know.
I think that's correct.
No,
Pretty
I think
sure.
Okay. Sounds good. Status resistance is dumb. I think that's something we can all agree upon.
Of course, I thought the same thing about cast range when it got introduced, to be honest.
Cast range.
I was a hater.
Okay.
I was like, don't have a feel. You can't just mess with the.
I mean, it's true they did. Ooh, that's a cool one. The Splinter Blast on the Aghanims, or on the shard thing. Pretty neat. The big thing is that Ichu needs to get to 25, and then I'll have the Splinter Blast stun. That's when really cool things happen.
Oh, dude, I love that town, actually.
Yeah.
Top tower is under attack.
God, you remember Aghanim's Labyrinth? When you could play Wyvern and get all the upgrades for her there. Oh, we need it back. We need it back. Please.
Out of the heroes in this game, my favorite was Snapfire. When you had the cookie one that you cookied the enemies and it spread the cookie around and they all hopped and made lava puddles. That one was so broken, actually.
God, you miss it.
Surely it's coming back. Everyone wants it back, okay?
I just want to play it.
Soulbreaker Act 5.
I mean, whatever. I'd be down.
Yeah, I'm down.
Any of those. All right, Aster. Go on down, take the bottom tier 2 tower up top. There's some counterplay going on. I will say that a lot of this game has felt like Aster trying to push objectives and Talon just sort of reacting on the other side of the map, doing the counter move. The same thing. Can they get Monet here, though? XXS is nearby him. They global. Try and go for the counter. Is it going to be enough, though? Silence, run. Makoto in trouble. Winner's Curse at the ready. Don't even need it. Take down Makoto.
Run away. Yeah, that'll be the plan here for Talon. Not picking up a whole lot of kills this game, huh?
No. I mean, they're only 5 less than Aster, to be fair. But
that is true, but at least Aster are trying to make kills happen.
It's true.
That's what it feels like, at least.
Jump in. Finds him. Big bash. Big jump. And Mega Meepo, is it enough to save him? Jabs. Doing good. They still have Ravage. Kaka getting controlled. Pulverize. Runs away. Kaka trying to escape. Not going to happen. And XXS right on a 23 Savage. 23 Savage going to die. Manta to try and take that silence off, but not going to be enough. Not able to get the Sunder.
Yeah, so close to that Manta. into the Sunder if he could, though. That would have been very nice, but I guess the Alice were a little far for the turnaround there. Jeez, that Meepo took no damage, by the way.
Are scattered.
While they were trying to focus him down, that was kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
I feel like his HP wasn't even moving.
No, it's a strong guy. Very strong guy.
Someday we'll see the curse. Someday the counter will come into play. I mean, he is relatively close. He's only 1,400 gold away from having the Lotus Orb, so it's going to be very dependable then.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to worry about Global Silence covering the Meepo. How long can Talon keep this going? I'd say the lead could be a lot worse, honestly. I feel like they've actually done a pretty good job. Oh, that's a fast Spirit Breaker.
Oh my god, they're all going to get silenced. He can't Mega Meepo. They can't do it. Now he can. They've already killed Q. The Mega Meepo and blink away. Very cool. Oh! All right, the Mega Meepo blink away is pretty sick. I like that.
It's something else, man. Yeah, look at him. Look at him go.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dire's middle tower is under
Taka's
attack.
even back here kind of scouting. He's like, where is he, man? He's going to come out. There he is.
I mean,
Did they-
this is...
Wait,
is,
does he have the night vision talent? Did he not see him? Oh, he doesn't have the night vision talent.
Yeah, I don't think you saw him.
They're right next to each other.
The thing about this, too, is that, like you're talking about, we haven't seen the curse yet. We haven't seen Sumail's full outfit either, right? Like, realistically, he's doing everything he's doing with, like, Gobble Up and then other abilities. When he gets into little Shredder talents, I feel like this doesn't get easier at all for Talon.
We just had a blink on blink action
Yeah.
there where Makoto blinked on a Pichu while Pichu blinked away at the same time. Yeah, you're right though. Sumail's like, and this is where he's in the lull state of Snapfire, where like the magic damage kind of falls off a little bit because it's in a stage where you leveled up early, right? You're at level 9 and you've got max cookies, max scatterblast, and ulti.
Uh-oh. Well, they'll find their man. Global is out, but it's not going to matter. And
died.
yeah, he actually has to cast cancel that TP even. Damn, dude. Aster have put on a clinic in how to deal with this, and I think it was a big gambit by Talon to run the Meepo first phase, and it is not paid off.
No, it certainly has not. They managed to stabilize their lanes pretty damn well inside of Aster, and they just did not give any space. Well, they gave some space to the Meepo, but the whole time they just knew that the space they were gaining was more valuable.
Yeah.
I think XXS's Tidehunter did more work than I had anticipated in this game, simply because of the way that he popped himself down in some of these lanes. It was a really good call.
Jump in. Makoto, Rupture, in trouble. Monet, they turn onto him, try and blow him up. Will it be enough in time? Yes! Monet goes down. Winner's Curse means Makoto's dead. But after the fact, can they get away with XXS? The damage coming out, it's enough to finish him off. Now the kisses landing, jabs chasing. Did we just curse Aster? The answer is yeah. Oh my god. They almost got him.
Okay, and now a gem too. Maybe they'll get it on the map. Get rid of some of these wards. They have so much vision down right now that it's very hard for Talon to get it back out. Because like you win a big fight like that, your first reaction is to get out and farm, but then you're versus a Spirit Breaker and there's leftover wards because they were controlling your jungle, and then you just all die. That would be bad. So, and he knew about this ward from when they tried to grab jab, so he just dewards the one on the pillar. Now we have to think about Roche. Unfortunately, it's a late spawn. Had this been a fast spawn, this could have been kind of insane for Talon. It would actually get them right back into this game.
Yeah, it's going to come too late. And it's probably going to be around the time that Snapfire level 20 is there. So another thing to be concerned about here.
Something else that just happened, though, is that they had scanned the Roche pip. Jabs had a Meepo in it for a while, but then they left. So had he actually waited out the whole duration, they might have fully committed on Aster to making their way down here.
Yeah.
Let's say they're going to anyway, though, but not in any sort of a hurry. No big smoke or something.
I mean, we saw in that last fight, though. I mean, if all the abilities are used, there's a chance that Talon can maybe make this work for themselves.
Part of the problem was that he couldn't find a good Ravage on XXS. He got a bit controlled there, and he didn't want to just like let it rip for the chance of maybe surviving. So we haven't seen like their full force quite yet, but we did see the ability of just like isolating a single person and blowing them up with Meepo.
Yeah. All right, Roche about to respawn now. The Centaur in the pit, so they're going to know when it's up. We'll spawn in the timing. But can Sumail get to 20 in that window? That would be a huge win for them. As Kaka. Kodo finds him right away. Cannot control him long enough, though.
He's going to follow him to make sure he doesn't TP bottom.
Yeah. Shadow Blade about to wear out. Kaka.
That was a nice play by Kaka.
Goes out of there. But they see now that Roche is up.
Yeah. He is just hoping he's going to TP that bottom outpost. Because they know that they're also prepping for this.
Yeah.
He might even do it again, to be honest. I'm kind of surprised he didn't charge him on the wave right now. Yeah, now they see him TPing.
Okay.
He did it in range, so it got pinged out.
Aster are
That might
aware.
have been an ench ping.
Kaka
Oh, I don't like where Pichu is right
pushes out top. It's dangerous. Ooh, XXS gets the bink back, and Jab's not quite going to connect him on there. But Kaka goes in, cancels, backs away. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. All right. Doing a good job of sending his Meepos top. Wait, Talon sent the real one up there, too. Oh, wait, no. He keeps the real one here. Jabs down on the bottom side. They're sending in Snapfire illusions. Takes over one of those illusions. Kaka connecting back with the rest of his team. But Jabs is ready to jump at a moment's notice.
Monet's also just a couple hundred gold here away from the Aghanim Scepter. He's bought the other components. He's ready for this courier to come out at maximum speed.
Right. Well, and you know, you look at this right now, the net worth, it feels like it's obviously into the favor of Aster, but there's a lot of items that are yet to be completed, so they're virtually even. Monet's Aghanim Scepter, XXS almost has Shiva's Guard. They're basically on the same net worth. Jump in, XXS found. Jabs, Atos connection. Not wanting to fully commit, no.
They just don't know where Pichu is.
Aghanim's coming out right now from Monet. They're on to 23 Savage. Global down. Does have BKB at the ready as well as Sunder. Sunder's the Ravage. He get it out in time to save. Now the jump forward. 23 Savage living through it. The winner's curse, but they back away. Out of there, Jabs finding that back line, trying to get onto Sumail. Will it be enough damage? He's level 20, trying to run the connection on both. The Mega Meepo. But look at the turn, Monet. He's so strong. The Aghanim Scepter delivered is more than enough. Godlike on Sumail as XXS buying more time. Oh, that was the perfect timing for Aster.
And they haven't even needed the Pichu counter, too. He just wanted to help control that fight and stop the Primal Beast from interfering. You saw him get eviscerated by Jabs, but that's the point of the Wyvern, is that Jabs was just off to the side until finally the Wyvern revealed himself. And then, you know, jumps on top. He had a nice, like, triple poof, just explosion. Pichu completely vanished, but didn't matter. And, yeah, look at that damage.
That's crazy. I mean, in the fight recap, I saw Meepo did 13,000 damage, but it still didn't matter because, I mean, they couldn't kill anybody. Wow.
Lincoln Sphere there now from Makoto.
This blood mist.
Ruptured, doesn't want to be ruined by Wyvern. Yeah, we're blood misting, you know.
So, 35 minutes in, another round of Wisdom Runes are going to spawn, but that Aegis, that one hurts. And they throw in XXS, find themselves the Enchantress. Q, forced to run away, but, oh, Pearl Boulder? No, I can't do anything.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
They're going to get their Wisdom Rune here, too. Just spawned, Kaka steals it. You know, we actually have had almost no Wisdom Rune stolen today. I've been keeping an eye on it. It's like never been relevant. They've gone like 1-1 almost the entire time. Short of like when we get to like the late game. Sometimes we're losing a couple. But the early games, teams have been very aware of the spawnings and really keeping an eye on the enemy supports to make sure they don't get stolen.
I mean, again, if they can manage to find a couple of kills on Talon, I feel like that would massively switch over the XP, which again is where Now, that Wisdom Rune stuff can matter, and getting a few of those clutch levels would be helpful, but I mean, it's just so hard right now to deal with this lineup. And Kaka, he found 23 Savage. He found Jabs. He's on to the Meepos. Does he want to do something here?
What a hilarious sight to see him just chasing Meepos. Yeah.
Does he just die? They go in on him. He does not have his team here yet.
Molly or powder or something.
Uh-oh. Well, Kaka, that was not how that was supposed to go. Mega Meepo buyback, runs it down. Ravage connects onto both. Jabs starting to fall, but they get the pulverize. The damage is out. Is it going to be enough? Monet starts to fall down. Jabs digging for all he's worth, but eventually they do manage to get that kill. And now the Primal in trouble, taking that fight outside of the base. They found and punished Jabs hard.
The Q heat map is just the two cliffs, the bottom cliff and the top cliff. That's the only place he's played Dota this entire game. What a play by Kaka, though. Scouting out the Meepos.
Yeah.
That's just the end. I mean, that's 75 seconds. Meepo's not coming back here. No buyback. They should know if they were keeping an eye on it. They can do pretty irredeemable damage at this point. Like, we got Aegis, we got Cheese. What is stopping them? Can they cut this wave at all? Is there any... I can't think of something. He didn't get any TV illusions in behind. I think if they're fully aware, they just walk this down now.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Sumail. He loves that. He loves the gobble up into ultis.
Yeah. It's nice. And again, a huge chance that, you know, they just kill them all here. Yeah, find one. One and done. Q gone. God, Aster have been playing this game so well. So 30 more seconds until Meepo's back up again. And to be honest, I don't think they can last that long on this set of racks here. We'll see, though. They're playing it a little bit more conservatively. The rest of Talon moving forward. And no, they will back out. Okay.
Yeah, waves going down. Don't want to deal with it, I guess. So it ends up being just one lane, but it is an 18k gold lead at this point, and plenty of XP. So they're going to need some miraculous Meepo plays here from Jabs.
Find XXS, but the disarm onto Terrorblade as the global came out. They're going to be there immediately, but the charge is there. 23 Savage does not get to play Dota. Immediately go for the winner's curse onto one, and the charge through. Sumail with the stun. Meepo dying. Everybody's gone. And now on to the throne. Aster ready to party. GG. They're done.
Did they cook too much is the question.
A little.
Is he talking about Jabs when 23 Savages let him cook? Is that who he
I think
means?
so. That seems like it. Well, cook they did, but it was Aster that was serving up the goodness. Yeah, it didn't feel like it was ever gonna work. There was always this like worry of, you know, eventually you get the late game Snapfire, Wyvern curses. I don't think we ever saw that like Wyvern curse into immediate blow up. You know what I mean?
No, it didn't really become a thing. But again, that was because Jabs is forced to play around it the entire time. And so he can't be into the fights when he wants to, and it just kind of ruins his whole game. And maybe that is a sign of just, because they picked it so early too, that they had to spend so many of their bans on trying to protect it. And I mean, keep in mind that, you know, 23 Savage also got insanely farmed this game on TB. Like, he was the true carry in this game, but he wasn't ever able to really utilize it. They were just able to focus him down because the Wyvern was just shutting out the Meepo. Like, they weren't really thinking about Meepo the way that we were thinking about Meepo the whole time, because although Meepo is at the front of their mental stack of like what they need to worry about this fight, they can just do this because they know that Pichu's got their back. If Meepo ever tries to join, you know, he's just done. Right.
And that's why some people thinking this matchup could be unplayable, like you were talking about. A couple figures from that game. At the end of it, Jabs ends up doing only about like 600 damage more than the Wyvern. 10k damage number on Jabs, and then 23 Savage on the Terrorblade, less than the Tidehunter. Not the numbers you want to be seeing out of Talon. We'll see if in the next game they can sort of pull things together a little bit more, put together some more work, but we're going to head to a quick break. When we get back, it's game number 2. See you then.
Open your eyes.
When you look into my eyes, tell me what do you see?
Tonight, I'm gonna show you the wonders of the mall.
Hey, I got nothing to lose. I got nothing to lose.
I need warriors.
So is this what you want in? You wanna war? Show me what's up then. Now we ready to bust in. Take everything, leave them with nothing.
There is a place where you can elevate what's hidden inside, where you can reframe yourself. Tsunami means the new you. The you can step into. Because when we know who we really are, we become unstoppable. Enter new dimensions of you. Tsunami.
Hello and welcome back, you beautiful people out there getting ready for our second game of the second series of the third day of the group stages in the second stage of our group stages. Numbers all over the place as we get ready for this match. Aster versus Talon, and I don't think we're going to be seeing a second pick Meepo this time around, but maybe we will. Who knows? Maybe Talon are crazy. Crazy like a fox.
That's right. It could happen. It could work. It just didn't that time. That's all. Not everything always works in Dota. Just because it loses a game doesn't mean that it was wrong. Maybe you just need to fix something. Okay, it's a group stage. We're solving here. How are the group stages looking anyway? How are things shaking out at the moment?
I'm not sure if everything has been updated as of yet, but still, coming into this, Talon and Aster were the top two in that group. It looks like I think we're some of the earlier people that were done or that are playing in this one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're moving quite fast. Only us and Liquid and BetBoom have finished their first game so far of this next round. BetBoom team taking BB team taking the win over Liquid.
Interesting.
And 1-0 so far. So they'll be moving to game 2 pretty soon on that. That is that's with MLP and John, and that looks like it's over at the C stream. Okay, good. And then we got on the D stream, we have TSM versus Team Secret, who are still currently in game 1.
Oh, so Secret just won.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Spoilers.
Update that one.
So that's interesting because right now the real battle that's going on in this group is obviously towards the top. BetBoom, after beating Liquid, are sort of securing their spot, going 5-0 so far. But Liquid and TSM are jockeying for position right now. Everybody was, writing off TSM to go out first in this entire thing, and now they're coming out here and getting a couple of wins. They're going to be tied with Liquid. But losing to Secret definitely hurts. Secret, they need those wins in a bad way because they were bottom of the barrel. They were 0-4. But in terms of our matchup, the big thing that this tells me is that if Aster can get away with a 2-0 here, if they can win this next game, I think it is really high probability that they're going to secure themselves upper bracket. If Talon can pull out a 1-1 combo, both of these teams are looking good to stay in the group as well. But Talon might end up running into some issues if they get 2-0'd.
Yeah, that would be a pretty quick fall from second place to immediately go down to 3-3 here.
Yeah.
But we'll see if they can avoid that. We'll see how the draft shakes out. We'll see if the IO ban still comes into play, considering how early it was prioritized in that last draft. Seemed a little out of place. I don't know. It might be one of those, leaving more heroes in the pool ideas.
Right.
Where maybe there's not a huge concern of it. So I'll have to see how they play it out this time.
That's a good one.
Yep, that Snap. She's been a little too good.
And if I'm not mistaken, trying to think about when that's happened before. Snapfire has not. It's been banned a couple of times. Aster banned it themselves one time and they didn't play it, but other times that this has happened, they've been running Storm, it looks like. Some Broods if it's let through, but the Brood is obviously not going to be let through. Aster take out the Silencer now. So do they want to give up the Storm? Do they want to give up a Rubik potentially? Io?
Yeah, last time it was the Clockwork and the Lion that they were a little concerned about too.
Right.
Interesting. I guess the question is, what is the fourth pick that you don't want Aster to take? And the Storm is, the Storm makes a lot of sense because in that positioning, that's the ideal way that Aster gets you.
Right.
They pick Storm and do immediate bans.
So Io feels like a pretty clear choice here for Aster. Or running the Timber, I think, are your two options. Most likely. Is there anything else? I guess they've run Lion before too. Like Lion Dusa, something like that.
I mean, I think the IO is pretty likely. I mean, they've only gone for it once. It would be nice to have that threat back in the drafts. You're not really assuming that Talon's going to have these big IO strat, like the IO last strat counter plays ready.
Right.
It didn't work for Liquid. Liquid tried the Undying Timber as the response answer in the game we were casting, and it did not go well.
I think.
Oh, sorry, that wasn't the game we were casting. That was
right.
the play-ins. That was when they went for the Muerta in the games that didn't matter.
Right.
Se.
So I think this is a really interesting time for Aster now because they need to show what happens if they are... Okay, so now they can set up for either Coddle Pango or Coddle Ember, I think is what they're doing now in Aster.
Yeah, without the Storm being there, that seems like the most likely one. And this might be something that's a little better than previously, because I think Kaka's Coddle is probably better than Bobka's, to be honest. And there's not many heroes I would say that about, but I feel like Kaka's always been a really good Coddle player.
I mean, the other thing that I just thought about too, though, is this could be Sumail Coddle as well.
Yeah, for sure. That's definitely a flexibility. I mean, it's the same issue where sometimes the flex is really strong, but this idea of because like typically you think of really strong flex when you have the overall 10th pick, but sometimes it can also work when you have 9th if it's that flexible of a hero.
Right.
We're probably going to assume support, though, I think is still pretty safe.
I don't know. I feel... I mean, I agree with you in a certain way because I think that we haven't seen as much of the Coddle mid anymore, but I do think that in Team Aster, there's this dynamic of wanting to get Sumail his hero quickly. And I also kind of wonder, like, I know that Sumail has played a ton of this during the period that it was happening. They were just spamming it like crazy. But we'll see. ET gets taken in response for Talon.
5 seconds remaining.
Oh, here's a little fun fact.
What's that?
Kaka's highest win rate hero of anything over like 14 games or 15 games is his Coddle. He's 38 games keeper with a 1% win rate.
That's crazy.
He also has a clockwork that is almost at 70% after 54 games, which is nuts. That's a crazy high win rate.
So,
but oh my god, it happened. It's just like the Leshrac.
I think you're about to get Pangoed, probably.
Yeah, that's a great point. There's a bit of a checkmate there. Maybe they were supposed to take the Pango. But then you don't have any flex with 10th overall pick.
I don't know if they were or not. I mean,
what if they just don't take their mid?
I think then all the good mids probably get banned out, I would imagine.
It's like Ember too. Like, are they willing to safe lane the Ember? I guess is the question, which they probably are.
Ooh. Okay. So Timber is the pick. I mean, there's a lot of mental gymnastics going on here. I feel like there is the potential that this gets put into another weird position. I honestly feel like Jabs might play Ember just because he's that crazy.
This is where we're at, huh? But sure that's not Jabs ET, like, you know.
Right, exactly. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. Also, this Timber could end up being XXX. There's so much flex in this situation.
Downside, Timber kind of bad versus ET. Good in the lane, but gameplay wise, pretty bad. Like, I mean, you tends to be magic damage or some break interaction where you didn't manage to build up any stacks. But ET really helps with the magic damage.
Right.
Like, it's just ridiculous. Whenever you look at like what ends up killing Timbersaw and like whatever the statistical heroes that beat him, it's almost always magic damage amp. It's like Pugna, Sky, Bloodseeker, Elder Titan. It's always the same thing.
Well, definitely fits the mark then.
Just need more magic damage, I guess, huh? I mean, we got some carries that are pretty good with magic damage bonus would be Faceless Void. But pairing with the Ember is always a little bit weird, but as long as you find the damage in the other roles, it can still work.
God, they are banning out a lot of Aster heroes. That
is the goal.
Yeah, I know, but like it really feels like after that first game, they're like in the first game, it felt like Talon was more focused on just accomplishing their own goals, right? And in this game, it feels like they're just trying to do whatever they can to shut down what Aster want to do instead.
Well, they're gonna have to find some good bans on this side here too.
Right.
Tide. Oh yeah, Tide is banned. That's what you're saying.
Hmm.
Probably a Q or a all the hero come into this phase, right?
Talon
Yeah.
Esports.
Ban out the Monkey King. How would I want to go about this as Talon? Probably going to be a ranged hero. Do I want to commit to early magic damage, though? To try and deal more with this Timbersaw out of that 5 roll. Rubik, I guess, looks pretty balanced. That gives you some flexibility in terms of the lanes as well with the ET and the Rubik. Well as
I
the
do
rolls.
like that. That sounds nice. I think you're not probably thinking about Meepo again for Talon with Timbersaw already in the game.
No, probably not. You could also techies, I guess, by the same logic, but I feel, techies nerfed. I feel like the Rubik's just a little bit safer right now.
I love it against Timbersaw.
Yeah, it feels so good.
Even against Coddle, some of the stuff you can steal there is pretty nice.
10 seconds remaining.
I'm surprised they are taking a lot of time on this after all those bans. Is there something that they want to grab that they're worried? I mean, there shouldn't really be anything that I can think of, unless you... This is not where I would want to spend my reserve time, is what I'm thinking right now. Because, you got the double counter pick after. This should be a fast pick.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the debate is, but this looks very bad for Talon.
Yeah. There's a lot of time spent. A whole lot of time spent. If they come out with anything other than a Rubik right now, I'm kind of okay with it. If it's a Rubik, it feels really bad. Like
it's like so long.
If it was anything other than a Rubik, then I'm cool with it. But that pick right there tells me that they were trying to decide something, and then they're like, all right, we'll just take the Rubik for now, and then we'll figure out the rest of it as we go. Which maybe having some of this time now is going to be spent thinking about it. But if Aster can pick quickly, we'll see what they decide to go for.
Team Aster's turn to pick.
Legion Commander.
Okay, this hero's we liked this hero earlier from Evil Geniuses. Whisper had a great game on the Legion. It also shuts down a lot of the potential carry picks that you want to go for. All of those heroes, like the TB, the Naga Siren that are still in the pool, the Talon have tended to rely on in the past. They don't really want to deal with a Legion Commander. But she also has flexibility. She can go multiple lanes. She can go mid. She can go off lane. She can go safe lane.
Dude.
She's everywhere right now.
I don't know. I think Talon are in a lot of trouble. Aster are presenting new problems now for them. And, I mean, yeah, you can get Lincoln Spheres. That can be pretty nice, but you don't want to put those into your game early, particularly when you have to, get some damage for the Timbersaw. Oh, wow.
They got the damage. Now they have duel and silence coming out right there for that Ember. So his game just got a lot worse in a very quick moment, but a classic combination for a good reason.
Right.
Just actual finished damage in the duel. And Faceless Void was still a consideration moving into this phase. If they wanted, I feel like you have to take it now. I feel like overall it does pretty well versus the heroes they have.
I think
there are some
damage,
downsides
though.
for sure. I got ET. It's fine.
Okay.
I mean, there's Blinding Light. Obviously, can be very annoying for Faceless Void. But other than that, the eventual Aghanims can be bad. I feel like they're just going to pick Faceless Void. The morph comes out. The 23 morph. All right, let's go. The big guy. He's a good hero. It's fine. I think morph or Faceless Void were the two choices. It's okay. He's okay. No panic.
Dude, what are you saying?
You need positive vibes, okay?
They can't hear me. The teams can't hear me say that it's over. It's over. They're done.
It's a good lane versus Legion because, again, Legion's a lane dominator, right? But you can't dominate Morphling's lane. It just doesn't happen. I mean, to be fair, there is a Sky or a Coddle, and that could happen. We've seen the 5 or we've seen 5 Coddle and 5 Sky. We've seen 4 Coddle and 4 Sky. It just kind of depends on how much harassment you can put in the lane. If you think you're going to get a lot of good spells with the Coddle and the Legion combo, it might be worth it. Or like you said, it could be mid Timber, it could be mid Coddle.
Yeah.
Flex is all still in there. And they go for the Beastmaster ban there. So just very good map control. Pretty solid laning. Nothing too crazy about that ban.
Yeah. Slark taken out of the pool. So they will get a counter pick here on Aster. I mean, that's part of the other problem with taking this Ember early. It's completely thrown off the tempo of the draft for Talon, because now they're still getting counter picked. in like the last phase here. I mean, obviously Talon are going to have one last counter pick, but Aster can counter Morph, right? They've already countered Ember in the lane with Timber.
Talon Esports.
Yeah, potentially. I'm really trying to figure out how Talon deal with this Timbersaw, because to me Timbersaw is the problem still. I mean, yeah, we're gonna get the carry, and maybe Monet's hero is gonna be the real problem. But I mean, the ET is still. I guess the Morphling magic damage might be enough. They just need like a little bit more oomph to this guy. And Talon, when considering Monet's heroes, they will get rid of a couple of fishy ones.
The Naga. I mean, Terrorblade is still like, I don't think it's good against Morphlane, but banning out the Dark Seer, maybe that was they were trying to set up for the Naga Siren, and that's why that gets banned. But yeah, I'm unsure.
5 seconds remaining. Talon Esports turn to Drow Ranger.
Whoa.
Just chill. Just anti-Morphling.
Yeah.
I mean, with the nerfs to Morphling as well, right? Drow was one of the heroes that I think really struggled because like people wanted to pick Drow in that matchup, but it felt way worse. Like we could see it when it was counterpicked. It felt like almost like Morphling was counterpicking the Drow the second the Ags came out.
Right.
Like her game just got kind of ruined. It was really hard for her to avoid getting hit by the ultimate even.
Mm-hmm.
But now with less stats being stolen, it doesn't feel quite as bad. I think that assuming it's the Timbersaw and the Legion Commander, the two cores, I think those two heroes will give an excellent amount of space. It'll be exactly like how they played earlier on the side of Evil Geniuses, but instead of a Timber, it was a Primal Beast. And they made tons of space around the map in order to get Pakaz really farmed. So we'll see if they can do that for Monet. And we get an exciting hero, though. We get ourselves the Brewmaster. So benefits of the Brew. Tossing up annoying heroes. Big dispels versus any barriers. But we don't have any barrier builders here. You hate the Brew, huh?
It's over. It's over. It's freaking over, man.
Positive vibes. Positive vibes, bud.
What's this Brew going to do against the Legion Commander?
Not get dueled.
Okay. All right. I believe it.
Am I right?
Dude, Jabs doesn't even want to pick his hero. He hasn't chosen it yet. He knows. He knows. There's a way.
Just because Legion Commander and Coddle are two of the statistically best heroes versus Brewmaster, that doesn't mean anything.
Okay. Fair enough. I guess there are some interesting dynamics that go on here. And I think that Talon is one of these teams that like loves to go for the super late stages. I think super late Talon probably win this. Right? I mean, you've got Ember, you've got Morph, there's an ET. ET always is like this huge problem later. And I guess there is like the other thing, if you get late enough with Brew, he can get an Aghanim Scepter and his Primal Companion could like lift the Legion up or whatever. Also, I'm pretty sure that the Void stance on Brew, it's like 70 or 80% status resistance if he gets a Cinder Brew off. So that's going to be one way to help deal with the Legion, actually. So
it puts a ton of pressure on Jabs. I think that's what he likes, though. I feel like he always drafts for that. Sure. Where he has this possibility to just win the game himself if he just plays the absolute best game of Dota of his entire career.
Right.
But it is tough to do that consistently.
True. Absolutely. We'll see if he's able to do it as we get ready for this game number 2 coming up in just a second here. Talon facing off against Aster. Again, the stakes for this game, Aster, if they win, they almost assuredly secure themselves a top spot in the groups. And if it's 1-1, both teams are still feeling good about that, but you know, you'd feel a lot better if you're Aster to just win. Just win, baby.
Isn't this just like their third series? I don't think you secure yourself a top spot in the group.
Dude, I think that
you're very confident compared to the opponents they still have left.
I mean, who do they have to play still? Aster's
like everyone.
I mean, I don't know.
They've only played. This is their third series.
Right, but all of the people they're playing are towards the bottom. I'm believing it.
Like Bet Boom and Tundra.
Listen, I'm calling it, okay?
Okay, all right, okay.
Calling my shot. If they 2-0, they're making it upper bracket.
All right. We'll write it down. We'll take some notes here, folks.
Don't question this, people out there on freaking Twitch chat.
All right. Give me your percentage chance that Talon wins this game.
30 seconds to
I'm going to give it 25%.
That's considering what you were saying. That sounds more generous. I gotta say.
Look at that. Look.
Dota Plus is already creeping.
Yeah.
It's lurking its way
53.
towards Aster's side.
They believe. Dota Plus knows. Actually, it doesn't.
I believe in 23 Savage Morphling. All right. I believe in Genespris.
Genespris. How'd that end?
I believe in Genespris.
That's 3 bounty runes. A start. What's the percentage say? Oh my God! Devastation! Look at that.
Put it away. Put it away. Come on.
The only way the Talon could have won is if they got more bounty runes.
That was it. All right, call it. Let it go. Let's move on with the day here. Where's Gareth and Wagamagaga? Bring them in.
Ollie in the top side going to D-ward a little bit here.
Romane's just trying to get to the lane right now. He's being bullied back by Q. So, classic combos with the Brewmaster. You love to have any sort of a nuke that you can just kind of spam out a little bit. Fade Bolt, pretty good one. Matches the timings of Cinder Brew fairly well. Just keep zapping it. As you level up each spell, they both kind of have the same cooldown.
Right.
Unfortunately, missed the zap jump there over to Monet while securing the range creep, so good positioning by Monet. But up top, Ollie is playing a melee support into Skywrath Mage with an opponent with an AoE spell of overwhelming odds. That does not feel great. It is very easy to tank a ton of damage.
Yeah, they have to be really careful up here. I think as far as like pathways to do well in this game for Talon, like the lanes I think do need to at least have like a decent start to them. And so far it's feeling okay. You know, they're kind of getting what they need out of it. First couple of waves here. We'll see.
Cool play there.
Oh yeah,
by Ollie. He did just like the perfect timing of the cut through that only the range creep went, and then they actually all de-aggro because they chased him instead, and the range creep still comes through.
interesting.
That'll end up working out. Haka might still secure it. Yep, easy.
I mean, Legion is just such a strong laner. It's kind of crazy what you can do on this guy.
At least
Sumail.
they didn't make her universal. That would have been a problem.
Monet. Getting a little bit low there and seeing some of the things that you're talking about. This combination of the Cinder Brew paired together with the Fade Bolt can be very annoying to deal with.
You know, when Venge was good, that was my favorite one, though.
Oh, the Wave of Terror?
Yeah. Just Cinder Brew, Wave of Terror. Just guaranteed. You could hit both heroes so easily most times.
Yeah, that was nice.
She's dead.
True.
And the only person who plays her is Soxa, and he just went home. So
Oh, no.
I think Venge is out.
Say it ain't so.
And then, much like when Vengeful Spirit has Ags, the ghost of the past comes back up to fight. Much
True.
like Aoi 2000 standing in again for Soxa.
Right? This guy's going to play Enchantress and just start grabbing waves. You know it's going to happen. Ollie trying to push back Kaka a bit there. Doing a good job of it. You can see the pressure being put on 23 Savage already on this Morph lane. Needing to be careful. 5 denies already for XXS. Likewise, though, some good damage as Ollie up top. Oh, just barely able to go down. And yeah, Sumail getting very low here against Makoto, but they don't have enough to take him down.
That's a tough matchup, man. Just always under threat of taking 200 damage from overwhelming odds.
Yeah.
Very difficult to be a melee hero in this world now versus Legion. Sumail and Makoto just been doing it out mid, been relatively even on the CS for the most part through this. There is a pretty big wave coming to Sumail here, though, so he might take a bit of an edge as he already has a 4 CS lead. Unfortunately, we were watching while the flag bearer creep got taken out by the tower. Sorry, Sumail.
Unbelievable.
Didn't mean to let everybody know. But he's going to clean up all of these, so it's okay.
Good deny.
Oh!
Well played. Does Kaka end up
And he
getting a
lives?
deny anywhere?
Oh, no,
Yeah. He has a healing Lotus. Tries to juke. Maybe a deny to creeps. Deny to creeps. Kaka going for it. Slow down. He's heading on through the river. Q makes the move. Dodges the blood grenade. Kaka.
Bro,
oh my
he
god.
sells
Oh my
Lotus.
god. Dude, he could Lotus TP. Oh, hide.
No,
hide.
they're
Lotus
talking-
TP.
He doesn't want to
Lotus
risk
TP?
it. 'Cause-
Lotus TP.
telekinesis.
Oh, Kaka. What a gamer. Oh my god, he doesn't even need to. Dude, he took
so
them on a
fast.
walk.
Yeah, Windlace Skywrath, 345. And now he's coming to Makoto. He's like,
Yeah.
yo, I'm here. Sumail, I'm ganking.
Big plays. Another round there of the Whirling Death. 3 points in it right here. Oh, no. Kaka, all that for nothing.
Tips him back.
Oh, my God. Sumail? Another slight?
Oh, who's feeding my mid?
Ooh, not quite in range.
All
Damn,
right, we got
dude.
some spice. This is great. This is what happens now that all the Chinese players are playing on the C servers. We got way more interactions happening
Right. Yeah,
ever since the Great Migration.
they've been playing pubs against each other.
Yep.
Well, so far, so good for Aster. And Talon trying to set themselves back up for success here. Makoto a little bit behind the Timbersaw. And needs to be careful when he hits 6 on Sumail, which is about to happen. He has it now. Bottom lane going in onto Monet, trying to take him down. A good gust for the pushback, but Q still causing issues. And then moving in with the Legion, overwhelming odds.
Oh.
Not quite hitting onto jabs, but they make the move with Kaka onto Q. Will be enough for a kill there,
Dire's middle tower
but
is under
no extra follow-up.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Ollie will manage to get out of that one. And what are they doing? Are they going to run right back to the Twin Gate? They are indeed.
Okay.
Monet wants to get back to this bottom lane here as they try and deny those creeps. Keep it a little bit close. 23 Savage will get the Lotus that's been sitting there for a while. He's pretty low. 280 HP right now.
Radiant's top
Waveform
tower is under attack.
on XXS. Can't do that much more.
Oh, he has raindrops. I was going to say,
Yeah.
if he literally just ran into him and queued, he would have died, but the raindrops would have saved him.
Yeah.
And that is what's crazy about Morphling, is that this guy has 300 HP right now, and you
Radiant
still can't just
are
kill him.
scanning.
Scan, see that Ollie's already there, and Kaka's going to TP to pick up the Wisdom Rune for himself. Monet is behind the Morphling right now, so 23 Savage having a bit of a better time after that rotation away from the Legion. Makoto Invis does walk into vision of this sentry, and, well, that's going to be the extent of the action he can get. So it's going to be off to the jungle for Monet. Try and play a little bit of catch-up while the Coddle takes over the lane for a bit.
I do think you're seeing the benefits of the Morphling, though, and why this pick works here versus the Legion Commander. Because the
Right.
supports have not had to babysit 23 Savage at all, and his last hits are just fine. Like, it is giving space to the Legion still, which is true. But, you know, she also rotated and got a kill, so she's got a little bit more farm. But it is letting them actually try and continue to bully with the Brewmaster, because I don't think you want Brewmaster to just like sit as a hero.
No.
You actively want to bully out the carry, and that's what's happened to Monet. And Drow's not happy. TB, sure, happy hitting the jungle this early. Drow Ranger, not so much.
Big wrap here, heading up towards the top side. XXS and Kaka spot that. They saw that somebody was coming through the gate.
Yeah, they have the
So-
ward down bottom too, so they see them all just dancing all around this gate.
Yeah. They're not going to be able to make that solid move through. Ollie goes back through again. They just keep going back and forth. I'm not sure what they're hoping to get done here, but it's not much. Yeah, I don't know exactly what the goal is here. I mean,
Now we wait.
they're literally just doing nothing.
I think they think Kaka's gonna run through. That's
Dude.
I legit think that's what they thought.
This is so much wasted time for these supports. And
I guess they're waiting for Monet to come back.
I mean,
Look, Pichu had no idea. They're just lurking back there.
I don't know, man. That's pretty rough. TP out. Do they get him? Oh my god. Oh, dude. Talon, the last couple of minutes, just getting styled on. Pichu gets away from them all. Unbelievable.
Tower is under attack.
And Jab's now going to immediately run top, trying to hold this tower. Has the split, but I don't think you can threaten
Yikes.
kills. He could kill Kaka, to be fair. If Kaka gets too close, he could split and kill him.
Oh. Monet, he is happy to take all of that farm for himself, trying to get into the Midas for the Drow. I think it's pretty clear what Aster's game plan is this game. Delay farm for Monet.
Sumail, despite being picked relatively early for this Timbersaw, it's still a great game.
Yeah.
They do eventually have to bring Monet back into it, but
Ooh.
jeez.
Monet. Any TPs, or is he just gonna have to get out of this himself? Trying to back out. The stomp, it's gonna be there, and yeah, Monet, he is finally gonna get punished. This needed to happen. Talon had to get these kills here. It's very good.
Teammates?
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Blink Dagger done for Legion. Sky not with him.
Spicy.
Trying to get level 6.
Yeah, Pichu has it on the coddle, but not quite there for old Kaka after his grand adventure.
Right.
Makoto
Photo.
gets hit by that timber chain. That was a
my.
lot of damage.
Oh, the duel! Yo, that is big.
Man, the timing of that rotation. The fact that he also hit that timber chain as well.
Yeah,
Like, that's, one might even call that a meaty timber chain even on
that was nice.
on the return there.
Jump in,
And he's back. He's just right onto Ollie. Remember me?
force a rotation,
Not fun.
runs away. And just like that, XXS is fine. 30 seconds till next duel, and well, Skywrath now has the Mystic Flare at the ready.
Do they have a smoke? So they just smoked a mid right here. This is going to be fantastic. Yeah, they're going to. Kaka's bowling it out. They're just going to smoke and loop on Sumail. Or sorry, I mean Makoto to link up with Sumail. Is that the play? Or do they want to punish this Morphling?
They need to kill
They have
this
a ward.
catapult. I think the catapult was scouting him.
Yeah, if he rotates to that camp, I think that's what he's calling. He says that 23 Savage is going to go to that camp. We smoke to the right. We catch him at the camp.
Are scanning.
The other move, though. Dire. Gotta be
Oh,
careful.
yeah. Oh, you got bopped.
Press the attack. Try to run. Trying to escape. Blink Dagger broken. XXS in trouble. Another Blink broken. Can they get in range? No. Gets the Blink out. Aster. They have anything else here? Won't be able to make any other move. But Monet, very happy with this space. Still trying to get towards that Midas. Dude is broke as a joke.
He's ahead of the supports. He's got that going for him.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's not looking great. Surely she should just be able to one-shot creep still, right?
Yeah.
Like, come on. She needs it. Speaking of
Midas.
Midases, though, the big one, the Brewmaster, loves that Midas. One of
Odo.
the best heroes.
Oh, recognizing the danger. Yeah, that's smoking. They could have found him right there. Instead, the head towards mid. Need to be careful about their positioning here.
If they see that remnant, if they had a ward, maybe they might try and camp it, but Makoto might like jump back, trying to be aggressive.
Going into the jungle. They need to be wary about this. Sumail, he already has stacks. Will they have enough to kill him off in time? No. He is going to get lifted. Do not have an easy way out of this one, but he finds his way away for a second. Pulled back in by the chain. He actually gets a dim distance. And Timber chain away, not going to happen. He's dead.
Great use there of the early morph from 23 Savage.
Yeah.
There's a couple heroes that feel really good, and Timber is definitely one of them. I think it gives you high mobility, but the fact that it gives you so much ridiculous damage is great. Only 2 points in the reactive armor at this point because he's only level 11 on
Right.
Sumail, so you kind of have this window when you go for the max damage where obviously he's going to want the chakram at 12, and so you're kind of stuck on being slightly squishier. And even though it took the entire team, like that just comes back to this idea of just like having that amp damage and actually be able to cut through him.
Dire's middle tower has
A great first split there from Jabs. I think it was the first one.
Yeah.
That's definitely the target you want. You can see he's also waiting for some of these bigger creeps for the Midas. If you're interested in playing Brewmaster and you've never played the hero before, keep in mind, Midas is very good because the problem with Brewmaster is that a lot of the items that you buy, you don't get a lot of use of because you're in your split form. So the good thing about Midas is you're basically just buying experience. That is your goal, new players who want to try this hero. So it's pretty legit. Obviously, you also have like a crit and stuff. You run a brawler, so attack speed can be kind of chill too.
Right.
But the main thing is that you just want levels. All his talents are insane. You want the bigger levels on Primal Split.
Radiant's middle tower
And you do, actually want gold, and eventually too would be pretty cool.
Right. It's helpful. Speaking of wanting gold, Monet is being chased away from here. Does going to have the Midas back up, but they have a ward down. Spot jabs. Hello, sir. How are you doing? And that is a problem.
Especially because that ward's about to expire in 27 seconds, so someone's going to come by, try and deward it. There's not going to be anything there. Yep, Jabs just pinged it. That gets put on your little list that you have to go do as a support. You get there. There's no ward. Animosity builds. That's Dota, baby.
Absolutely. Well, keeping that pressure up on that top side, this is going to be the Lincoln Sphere completed for Morphling. Legion, at the moment, getting into the BKB, so won't have an easy way to break that Lincoln's in the near future. But honestly, I think the number one target's going to be Jabs in these fights. If they can catch him before he gets the split off, number one dual target. Scanning behind the tower, they see people.
He is the keystone to these fights, without a doubt. Q. Spot up
Down.
on Sword.
Very dead. Ooh, and now they have Chakra on Q. Oh,
That is a huge steal. They have the Ember Coddle. This is what you
Yeah.
guys wanted. You've stolen it. Copied your strategies here.
well, Monet still staying AFK as he can be. Has the Dragonlance stun, trying to get into the Agnum Scepter. This is going to be towers given up. The thing that's interesting about this game, if you're sort of keeping your eyes on the graph, it's been pretty consistently a gold lead for Talon, but still feeling pretty good as far as the win probability is concerned. XXS, though, turned upon, tries to get some separation. They have the primal split, and XXS going to be found. This is a nice kill for them here.
They're getting these kills across the map, and although Monet is farming on his catch-up, and he's slowly crawling up the board,
Right.
23 Savage is still getting lots of space to farm as well, and he's going to be having an easier time utilizing that in these team fights. Drow still needs a pretty specific set of circumstances in team fights to feel really comfortable. She needs that space around her. She doesn't want anyone jumping on top of her. She doesn't want to get hit by a random ET stomp and just be disabled during the team fight, or a Brewmaster Cyclone. There's a lot of things that she just has to play around, whereas you look at 23 Savage, he's just going to be looking to copy Timber and just go nuts. Especially with his Lincolns.
Yeah, no, for sure. It allows him to just play so freely.
I think that's why the Manta is so good here, too. I definitely love this choice. Go Lincoln's right into Manta, because you just want to utilize your ultimate as this Morphling. You don't want to be locked down by this the silence of Kaka or anything like that. He's maybe even additional silences if you try and jump onto Monet. Just keep things moving.
For Aster, gonna need to watch out for this gank move. And Makoto finds him. Does have the Lotus on him, so Sumail gets forced staffed and out of trouble. Trying to get towards the Octarine core for himself. While Talon starting to group together and try and exert some of their will around the map. Aster is still holding on to a very slight gold lead, but Talon definitely in a position where they can fight now.
Yeah, the pipe complete there for Jabs, so be a bit harder to bring him down before these fights start. They do have a lot of physical damage as well, of course, especially if Drow gets involved. But that big nuke potential of the duel is what he's hoping to mitigate here with this.
Right.
And just like someone just gets stuck in place and then hit by Skywrath Mage, obviously. That is 4 points in the Ancient Seal, however, of course, so the increased magic damage is ridiculous. You're basically just canceling out that spell, and then there's still quite a bit of magic damage piling
Yeah.
through. Any Veil buyers?
Maybe. Could be good. Monet has really been the definition of AFK farm, which you love to see. Makoto maybe in trouble here. The silence, double silence, and the duel gone. I mean, they're going to need more Lincoln Spheres.
Yeah, a couple more, huh? Man, that was a gross overwhelming odds. That was 400 damage.
Yeah.
The help of the Ancient Seal. Boosting that right up. And one thing about Monet is he also has to go Ags first because it's a Morphling game. Like, that's kind of the whole point of the counter pick. It almost feels like he gets that, and it's still like, back to farming, you know?
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
This is interesting. Ollie sent the spirit through, now trying to find people with it. They decide not to go Roche as soon as the Elder Titan spirit showed up. And now they're going to spread out across the map. Maybe look for another pick with Legion. Has duel back up again.
Talon are hunting. They don't have 23 Savage. He's completely not here.
They find Kaka.
Ooh, they missed the bolus.
Looking. He has a silence at the ready. A
He is
jump could
BKB
come
duel.
out. Oh, Healing Lotus. Not going to go for it. Okay. So they don't decide to try and go for a turn.
I'm really surprised he didn't try and BKB duel that.
Yeah.
So that would have been very tempting. But I think he knew that the Flame Guard is just a little bit too much right now, right? Because he has the level 10 talent. So the Sky would basically just cancel that out. And then he still has all that other HP to work through. And they didn't have enough allies nearby. Like if Sumail's there, maybe they go for it. But that's very good reservation there from XXS.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely feels like Aster think their game plan is the late game, which again, I can't really argue with him that much. This Drow does counter Morphling for a reason, and she is getting bigger and bigger. Monet has that Agnum Scepter done, trying to farm up these camps here. And with that Midas continuing to go, it's been pretty freaking good for her so far.
This has got to be one of the most boring Timbersaw games I've ever seen. Because 1-1-0 on Timbersaw. I feel like this is not a hero that you really want to be AFK farming on the whole time. I don't think it feels that great.
Instead, Talon are going to be heading into the pit themselves while Aster take the Tormentor. Okay. So Kaka gets the shard.
Kill DD Morph.
And into the pit they go. Is Radiant side Roche, though. So we'll spawn there on the next Aegis. What can they get done with this, though?
Probably continue their current plan of just letting 23 Savage be a little solo and then running around as 4. Jabs is level 13, so big upgrade compared to earlier. Now that he has the second point, the ultimate from the 12, and going to start hunting for these fights. That Drunken Brawler is maxed out as well. You've been seeing that when he gets into aggressive positions, he's often been sitting in the Void stance too, if he ever thinks he's going to get jumped on first.
Right. So again, just a passive 25% status resistance. If he does Cinder Brew, it goes up to 75%. Oh, sorry, up to, what should we call it? 60% instead with the 25% or 20% resistance. My brain turned off a second there. Thank you. XXS is going to take the top tier 2 tower in exchange for the bottom one taken. Although TPN immediately runs away.
It is interesting to choose between the Void and the Earth.
Yeah.
Like, he was just roaming around as like the Earth one. Now he's on the Void. I feel like the Void makes the most sense in case you get hit by the Silence first.
Right.
Because I think you'll survive long enough that it's better to have the status resistance as compared to the magic. Because, like, do you really want to be stuck in it for 6 seconds, or do you want to cut that down? You know?
Right. Yeah, no, it's a good question.
Have a Dispel. And he's going for the Refresher next, too.
Yeah.
That is
Very
a bit of a change, too, because we used to have the Ags build was just 2 charges of your ultimate, and so you basically always just went Ags Refresher. But now you have this debate as to whether or not the Ags is actually good on Primal Beast. And I don't know if it's even a per-game thing. It feels like it's more of a per-player thing.
Right.
Whereas some players think that the value of the Primal Companion is just that ridiculous, especially in a game, I would say in a game like this, where the Storm Panda feels really strong. This idea of just like, I want my Cyclone to be ready the second we see a duel, or the second I see the Drow, I want to invis and hunt her down.
Mm-hmm.
But he's putting more value in the ultimate. That means he needs the shard.
Right. No, I mean, it very much, you're going to get a ton of value if, even in these late game scenarios, if you can get the lift onto Drow, it's going to kind of wreck her.
XXS? It's a great
Trouble.
target.
Jump right at the start. BKB, run away. Tries to get out of there, but got clipped at the very end. Sumail throwing out a Chakram. XXS has a blink. Blink TP gets away, and Sumail might not be so lucky. As 23 Savage is after him, does a ton of damage out with the chakram and everything, but no, Sumail, he's going to die. So a good pick there. Talon making some solid moves. And still Monet farms.
Yeah, they were really close to getting nothing out of that if they weren't able to cancel that TP there from Sumail. So really well done from 23 Savage. If they had a few more stuns, it would be very helpful on Talon, right? Because like right now, they can't actually lock down and kill a lot of these targets. They also don't have the best heroes to go for Scythe, unfortunately.
Right.
That is certainly one of the big problems with Brewmaster. He's kind of a master of team fights, but unless you go for the Aghanim Scepter, outside of your ultimate, you don't have the best tools.
Right. Tier 2 tower. Gonna start to get hit here while Ichu spams the wave. Kaka pushing this one out too. Jabs is nearby him. Success was also hunting in the area, but Aster just trying to dodge away. Man, these Midases are getting value. I'll tell you what. Success?
I tell you, Alright.
Yeah,
Talon lose this game, I'm just going to be broken. I know that they probably will. Because I feel broken for them. Because it feels like they're playing the game. It's like chasing a Jigglypuff in Melee. I feel like Aster are just playing Jigglypuff right now.
That's fair. Kaka goes
and I'm
down.
a fox, and they're just planking. They're planking on ledge right now. And I'm playing the game. I'm going out. I'm farming the camps. I'm playing Dota. I want to fight. And they're just like,
nope.
Puff, puff. That's all I see here.
That's fair. We'll see if they can do it.
It's a disgrace. It's a disgrace to the game. Gotta ban it. Gotta force fights.
That's
Where's
fine.
the stall rule?
There you go.
Yeah, ledge grab limit. All right. Smoke is up here. You guys want to hunt them some more?
A CS limit. You can only
That's
last
right.
it
We
so
can
many
steal
times.
some, yeah.
Oh! All right. Is it going to be enough? Is it going to be quick enough? It gets enough damage out right as the duel ends. Don't get the victory, but do get the kill. Sumail wanting to chase for more right onto Ollie. Eats the Greater Healing Lotus. That gets him back up to full. Sumail low but not dead yet, and finally ends up dying to 23 Savage. Now Makoto, BKB, it's away from him there, but keeps himself alive.
And you still get those extra stats. A few more, of course, versus the Universal Heroes. So weakening him down a bit there on that Timber Saw. It was a trade in the end, of course. At least they get something. Come on, Talon.
Can they do it? This is great. We have biased caster now for real. Normally it's all a joke, but now it's real stuff. We're actually biased. As Ollie tries to get away, Force Staff's going to keep him back. XXS. Ooh, Chakram thrown. They protect their ward.
It's growing in strength. The Drow Ranger looms ever larger upon the horizon. Into our tier 3 neutrals here, and it's going to be a little bit harder to bring her down.
Yep.
Top of the Elven Tunic. What's next for 23 Savage? Considering a couple options here, goes for the Scotty. Bit safe, bit middle of the road. Helps out a couple of these versus a couple of these heroes. Legion, Timber, pretty solid. Just general sustainability as well with some more HP pool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Morph is definitely feeling mighty strong right now. He has gotten what he needs so far. And we'll have to see if over the next couple of minutes, maybe that next Aegis is what we're going to be looking for to finally put the screws to Aster if they can. They have not been able to really break open a lead in this game. They haven't been able to take like firm control over it, even though they're doing anything they want in the map. It always feels like Aster's getting something in return.
Yeah, I think the main problem is that it is like both teams lacking in this bit of hard lockdown and control. Like there is individual targeting, like you saw, where they just jump onto the Brewmaster, but
Right.
Outside of the duel, right? Like, there's not a whole lot of stuns for Aster.
Right.
There's kind of no stuns, and if we look at Talon, it's also similarly pretty weak in terms of like actual sustained lockdown. So they're looking for a scythe next on Sumail. Makes a lot of sense. I wouldn't mind another scythe, but it's pretty hard to get. I mean, Pichu's gonna try, so he'll try and farm his way there too. I think if they get double scythe up for Aster, that's when they can finally actually utilize all of this growth that they're finding on Monet and get the big damage out. But without it, it's kind of hard to win these fights.
Yeah.
Or at least to force a fight when you want to. It's getting to the point now where Jabs is going to have the gold here for this refresher in a moment, and that's a big fight.
Right.
Keep in mind, they do still have a lot of AoE damage that he's to be concerned about. I do worry about him taking this fight with refresher without shard.
Yeah.
The shard, if you haven't played Brew in a while, guys, it has been changed to the way to end the ultimate early is no longer linked to the Ags. It is linked into the Primal Splits shard. So having that available is huge. It also just gives a crazy duration of up to 30 seconds. So
Yeah.
10 more seconds on your ulti. Well, sorry, 12 more, actually, once he gets to 18.
Well, and then the other issue that they're going to run into, of course, 20 seconds till Roche is going to spawn, relatively fast one, is like you said, that, damage that's coming out from Drow might just kill all the Brewlings, or you end up in a situation where, he gets dueled before the fight even starts. So they're heading in. They want to contest this Roche. Smoked up already for Talon. Talon in position. Now, Drow not with them yet, but starting to make that move down bottom. They scan. They know that they're over here. Now they...
TP.
It's a little scary.
Yeah.
Are they just going to give this up?
No. They're coming.
Thinking about it, Roche not very low at all. Starts to fall. The spirit is sent back. Aster, move forward. There's a ward there. They see it. Roche, half HP. Jabs in position to try and break this stuff. Chakram out, hitting onto Roche himself. Sumail thinking about going in. Q is there for a lift if they do decide to go. Immediately takes this out. The split comes out. Stolen Chakram. Sleep onto 3. Good hit. Aegis already claimed, and now this fight, it's going to happen one way or another. Monet up on the low ground trying to do what damage they can. They can't find a target. XXS already dueled. Was on to a Lincoln's. Not enough done. Makoto is getting ran at by Sumail, but I think this fight is going all Talon. Sumail's in trouble. He is just going to get brought down. The Lincolns was what they needed, and they find the perfect fight. Easy as pie for Talon.
Yeah, immediate refresh as well there from Jabs. Just would rather keep that on cooldown the ulti and just wants to be ready to go here. Sorry, on the refresher that is. So nice positioning here from Talon. That's exactly what they need. Again, no one can force a fight. Like, despite them being in the worst spot ever when the other team takes Roche directly outside, they still are unable to lock too many heroes down just because of the couple dispels that they have versus the long-reaching lockdown of the bolas. But they're going to take that. They're going to march to the high ground here and even cut these trees. Catching Kaka lurking on the side. Nicely done. Q still holding that chakram. Got it right at the start of that fight.
Monet starts to beat away a little bit there at 23 Savage and onto Jab. Some good damage. The duel done. Didn't get a chance to do anything, and now Monet turns, hits onto 23 Savage. That's going to be one life for sure. Can they find another? Talon need to defend their carry. Monet is there. They have the Earth Splitter. Dodges away from some of that damage, but Q, he might be in some trouble, gets the blink away. Ollie, Chase? No, can't get him. I mean, look, Refresher's great. If you don't get the ulti off, it's a problem.
Yeah. Yeah, it is tough. I mean, this is kind of Brewmaster issues, right? Like, when he was building the pipe, I was wondering if he might shift off to an Aeon Disc, like, looking at this. But then even Aeon Disc, like, is that going to be enough in this game to save you? Because then someone's just going to go for Nullifier. In fact, XSS is already eyeing it up right now because, it's clearly become just a straight-up great item in the later game, but that is a pretty common solution for Brewmasters to go for. And literally, he just queued it up. All right, so, it's just... Man. Depending on how fast this comes out, because there's already quite a bit of farm here on XXS, like, it just might be immediately countered.
Yeah.
And then this is where you run into this problem of Brewmaster, because then you're just like, oh, so what do I do? Like, do I have to split outside of the fight? Do I try and buy a Blink Dagger to try and get in so I can just, like, Blink Split, but then I don't get to use my other 2 spells?
Yeah.
It's really awkward. And Jabs, he drafted himself this Brewmaster. It was last pick. and he has to play perfectly to win this game. And I'll be honest, he's been doing a great job. Like I think
Right.
it's been a pretty hard game for Brewmaster to play. He just died to the Tormentor.
Dude. My guy.
Oh, how long has this patch been out?
That's 60 seconds with no buyback.
It's menacing. It's a menacing pool of lava there.
Dude, actually. Oh my
he's
god.
just like
oh
me,
my god.
for real, for real.
Oh my god, dude. Oh no. Oh no, because now they can try and force something here. They're actually out on the map and gonna take towers because of this. Oh, just get a buddy, get a friend.
Just don't get a Rax. Just don't get a Rax.
Just get a friend. Get a friend. You don't need to do this alone. Oh man.
It's good stuff.
Trying to find a pick off. Well, they know that they're gonna want to go for the Tormentor.
Yeah. It's a frightening Tormentor though. It's got a body count. I don't know.
Oh my god. Yeah, 1 kill. God. Well, it happens. You get one, you know.
It's got 1/12 as many last hits as Ollie.
Okay. All right. Well, Talon.
It's just a tower.
It was 2 towers. It was 3 towers, actually.
It's a couple towers. It's a couple towers.
Top, middle, and bottom. Wow, that Aegis death really ended up mattering, didn't it? Kaka, Glimmer, running away. They popped the brew split for this. Now they see 23. They see jabs. Heading forward. Do have a lift up if they want to use it. Glimmered, though, for the moment. Now backing away. One pops that BKB Shadow Blade and gets out. So they're disengaging from the fight. The fight continues over towards the mid lane, though. But after Brew used ulti, like you said, did immediately refresh and has a split ready if he needs it.
He's just doing it for the Midas.
True.
Genius.
Yeah, double value.
It's right back up there. And Outpost recap. All right, so we're back on top. It's okay. Yeah, getting some map control back. Still feeling pretty strong. Scythe Watch, though. Almost done for Sumail. And almost done for Pichu. And I think that if they do not take a Rax before the double Scythe comes up, I think this game looks really, really good for Aster. I think the Scythes are going to kind of crush them.
Well, this Tormentor.
I also think, dude, Jabs needs a shard. Like, legit. He needs the shard on this hero. It's so much better to have the shard.
Yeah.
It just reduces so much of the danger. It also just gives him that crazy long duration. But can't find the opportunity for it. And he's very close to his Aeon Disc. He's only 30 gold away. Like, you can disassemble the boots for it. How close is that Nullifier? It's done. Okay, done with 2,000 gold. All right, yeah. That's a slight issue.
That's an issue. They also did just get the Hex done. And also, Timbersaw getting the Trickster Cloak. Drow has not gotten a tier 4 neutral yet. Trickster Cloak on Morphling. So evasion's starting to become an issue.
Maybe if Jabs gets Ninja Gear,
Right?
that could be kind of huge. Oh, he's got
Yeah.
him now. What's he got?
Let's see. What does he decide to go for on jabs? Did you make your choice? Oh, that usually means it's a bad one. Okay, no.
That's good. No, that's good. That's definitely one of the other best ones. That might even be better than Ninja Gear. It just depends how confident you are on their vision.
Right.
I guess because he's not playing the Blink style anyway, he can't really use the Ninja Gear that well. So
Right. Ward over there.
Jabs
From
is splitting
Talon.
to siege bottom.
Okay.
But he doesn't have the shard, so he can't use the Earth Panda, which is annoying
Right.
because the Earth Panda is one with Demolish.
Is still going to get this range racks down relatively low. They do manage to get over into position quickly enough to take out the rest of them. But yeah, as you said, no Earth Panda there. And he just backs away. But that will be a pretty cool play for them eventually. If they want to just slow siege buildings down with that even, maybe.
But it's GG, as Patrick points out here. We got the double scythes. It's over. Tag it in.
Yeah.
The scythes are up. So
That's
currently, he's almost level 18 on Pichu. He's 17 and a half. If he gets one more level, he'll get the bonus 125 on the cast range to be the full plus 375. He also has a Psychic Headband, so this Scythe is going to go nutty when he ults. It's going to be really hard to avoid. Remember, there is no Lincoln Sphere on Jabs. There is one on Makoto's Ember, and there is one on the Morphling, though. So those are the two big ones to watch for. There will be a 4-staff save potentially from Ollie. Maybe he can get them out of trouble. But it's going to be tough.
Yeah. 6K on the gold lead. And Aster, still in a very, very strong position. Their movements around the map are gaining them a lot. It's a long Roche spawn. So tier 4, Drow has that ninja gear for herself. Sends one more back. That'll be for either Coddle or the Sky.
Oh, and claps in the chat here. We've hit 1 kill for every 2 minutes in this game.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah. It's
Amazing.
a barn burner.
Yeah, it is. Jeez. Interestingly, Coddle decides to just keep the Psychic Headband. Oh, wait, no, he's bringing out the tier 4 neutral right now. Okay. Ninja gear for Sky. Ooh, that's nice, too.
It feels so good on so many support heroes.
Yeah.
Just the confidence you have being smoked up. And when you have Gem, too, like this.
Oh, yeah.
It's very nice.
Oh, Coddle takes the Timeless Relic.
All right, that's for the Scythe.
Yeah. Very, very good stuff. All right.
God, this is so tense. Oh, Roche in 1 minute. Nothing. Net worth does not matter at all right now, folks. It means nothing. All that matters is who hits their scythes, who hits their duels, does the split get off. There's an Arcane Rune Ember with Aghanims. This could be big.
Monet goes in.
Nullified.
Goes in very far, very far. All the way onto Kaka, trying to blow him up. Kaka, Glimmercape backs away. Do they have detection? Do they have anything? Monet pops the BKB. They turn. They kill Kaka. Does not have buyback. And in fact, they're just going to TP away with the rest of them. XXS TP's out after his BKB. They give up the Roche, and Sumail is going to likely go down.
Now, what a sweet entrance there from Makoto, man.
That was exactly what they needed.
Just having the Arcane Rune, too, to just confidently pop your BKB and YOLO in. Because like these fights, this comes back to like the lack of stuns on both sides, but it's just the vision is just so key. And being able to break up the fight and make it super chaotic like that.
Right.
He culled Monet as well. He was down to like half HP instantly.
That's sick.
Just does not have the defense.
Long Rochery spawn, but enough time for Timber. Well, they're gonna have enough time to take it still, because Timber's dead for a while.
And they just camp the pit too, just to ensure like 100% we're gonna know when it's up.
Yeah, makes sense.
Oh, they kind of get owned by Roche.
Oh, big win. Right. They're gonna get the Ags.
Yeah, who's taking that?
I
guess, do they just give it to Jabs?
Oh,
they're giving it to Ollie?
Oh my god. Okay. That's kind of hype. I love that.
That's going to help him out a lot versus the Timber.
Yeah.
Because he's kind of struggling in these fights. He just keeps getting like pulled apart by Timbersaw if, when the fight like breaks down a little bit.
Right.
That's pretty nice for Ollie.
Aka trying to
for the
farm
Primal
up.
Companion, but all right.
Just out of vision. Down bottom, Jabs. They're over here with Monet and the rest of the team.
Does have the shard this time too, so that's nice. You
Yeah.
can just win Panda away.
Right. Keeps himself safe. And they will manage to kill off a couple of those Brewlings. But it's still more the same, you know? AFK farm on Monet, try and hold their high ground eventually and wait for a good fight. I feel like Talon really want to get something done with this Aegis, though. I think it's time to really try and push the tempo. We'll see if they decide to do that.
I think you don't want to be too bold. You don't want to.
Right.
You know, one scythe, problems can occur. Going later, I mean, I'm not really that concerned at this point. I feel like they've kind of gotten over the hump of any real dangers from Aster.
Okay.
Like, I feel like Ember is just at the point now where he kind of has all these like defensive items, but now he's willing to grow offensively, and with the help of this Aghanim Scepter, you know,
True.
he's looking pretty good. You slot that thing in, you get another slot opened up with your bag there. It's a bit better. pretty confident. I mean, 20 Savage just got a BKB. You know, they're kind of chilling right now.
True. Fair enough.
Talon. I think this game just comes back to the inability to actually get much out of this Timbersaw pick.
Right.
And he had an incredible start. Like, he farmed very nicely, but they didn't act, you know, Timbersaw didn't do Timbersaw things. They weren't pushing forward on the map. They weren't taking towers. He wasn't bullying. He wasn't sitting in dangerous spots. He just, like, farmed the jungle a lot.
True.
Because they couldn't really do much with the lack of stuns in their support duo. And even all they really had was duels. And at some point, they just didn't feel confident enough to actually move out with XXS.
You know, one thing I'm pretty stoked to see? Ollie throwing Spirit forward and then stomping and choosing to just be in there. You know what I mean?
It's go time. Yeah, with the punches.
Yeah, I think because he's queuing up Mask of Madness next. Like, he's ready to battle. Thinking about it. Silence, duel, got him, but the lift up, well played. They got Drow away. They don't have the damage to throw into this. Trying to now turn onto it, does some good damage forward, but the back away, not onto him. XXS dying, dead, out of there. Sumail also in trouble. Kaka, Pichu trying back away. Now Monet will be able to hit a couple of times here, but he just doesn't have the damage he needs. But no, wait! Jabs? What happened?
He came out and got hexed. He just got hexed up. He got double hexed.
I thought he had a Bruling out of the base. But no, he went all in with everybody. Oh man, that is a big mistake.
Yeah, I don't know. I was talking to 20 Savage. He had a shield rune when they jumped him, so that was a little unfortunate.
Yeah.
Considering how much they were able to whittle him down, maybe even to take out that Aegis a bit on the earlier end there. Yeah, I don't know why he didn't have one of the base. I think that would be kind of the whole point. But he has been microing them previously, so maybe it got caught in the backline or something, or maybe he just had more confidence he'd get off a second split and won all his units inside.
Right.
I mean, he has been saving buyback this whole time, too. Like, he was very careful about the Aeon Disc purchase. He has also given up on that by the looks of it, unless it's sitting somewhere. Yeah, no, he gave up on it. He saw the nullifier and was just like, I've only committed to the recipe, whatever.
Sumail looking likely in some trouble here yet again. TP out, not going to happen. No chance at all. So they take down Sumail, finish him off. Old lead being accentuated by Talon right now. And I mean, as much as that last play was rough, like they can just go down bottom and do it again now, right?
Yeah, one would hope. Jabs is on the way. No creeps to Midas, so just going to wait for that respawn. There we go. Easy.
No Sumail for 50 seconds.
Now, they're not going to get dueled with like 2 seconds left on this Aegis, right? That's not going to happen?
Surely.
Promise me.
I am sure that that's not going to happen.
Yeah, see, look, they're giving him a little Lincoln's help there.
Okay.
There we go.
They back away. They're going to start to take down this melee Rax here. Stomp goes out. Remnant forward. Lift up onto Drow, and they manage to take down that melee Rax. So they do get a couple of them there. And Jabs, one of his pandas left behind. They hex it, but he comes out on the other panda.
That was the most casual siege. They don't want to commit anything because Sumail's down, and he does have that scythe. More so than the damage. That's really what they desperately need right now.
Yeah.
To have any hope of winning one of these fights. The Talon in very firm control, it looks like right now. Not able to link anything up here from Aster, and they're finally going to migrate out of the base. They need to find a fight that allows Monet to actually right-click people. He's
on a
struggling
ward.
to use this gold.
He's on a ward. They find Jabs. He's gone. That's a dead Jabs for a while. Can they get anything else here? They're on this ward. This ward is giving total vision. Talon realized that they back away.
And the gem's down, but it's not picked up.
They have a creep wave up top. They want to try and force a buyback.
It's a bit of a big break here from Talon. I mean, I think the cooldown's probably back anyway, to be honest. It's probably just bought another gem, so it's probably not a big deal. Actually, yeah, they still have one in stock.
Okay. Are they actually
They just didn't bother.
I'm wondering what the call is here from Aster right now. Monet is pinging that he wants to go hit these buildings, and it looks like they're going to do just that.
Yeah, he's ninja geared up. Throw him out. No immediate
Dire's
jumps
top
here.
tower is under attack.
How many ninja gears are in this game?
There's a few. Now the wrap through, seeing if they can find anybody out of the base. Talon dodging away from them for now. Makoto's heading down south. Does have that 25, so the extra slight charges. 23. Ooh,
Dire
man.
are scanning.
Have those Lincolns though.
Yeah.
So
There's creeps hitting their tier 4 towers. Like, Talon know what's going on right now.
I mean, there was a chance. If Smell caught him there,
Yeah.
if he's quick enough to get the halberd into the site before he pops something. But although I don't think he'd have run it down. So yeah, actually maybe he could have died there. They're immediately going to essentially retrace the steps here. Follow some footprints of Aster. Next hero,
Aka?
Tracker. So
Glimmer tries to run. No detection. Monet has so much money right now. He's saving buyback, but he's almost got enough for Daedalus. Did synth his Aghanim Scepter already.
maximizing these slots.
Yeah.
Roche, the timer will be about a minute there, folks.
Okay.
So, you know, get your exercise in. Do a lap. Take a lap around the house. As the Brewlings come into push, he's going to retreat back the Wind Panda.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. He sends it. He sends it up. He's feeling confident.
Well, Monet there too. Just spamming out against it right now. This is all of Jabs right here. Now he sends the Wind Panda away now. Okay. But trying to get in some of this chip damage, this is, you know, not insignificant.
Yeah, they shouldn't have any way to deal with it. Right? Like, there shouldn't be enough AoE lockdown to get them all.
Oh. All right. 4K gold lead is all that we've got. But Talon in good position now. Jabs, they see him again. He goes for the split right at the start. Okay. Are they looking to take this fight?
Kidnap.
The silence is that he's dead. Jabs did not anticipate that movement at all, but he just walked into them. Homie. This is a serious problem. 23, he's in Timbersaw form. They find the ward, they take it down. I don't even know, Trent.
I don't know. I got nothing, bud. He just died.
Yeah.
I think he envisions them getting back, but Makoto,
Catch
he's
onto
the
two.
though.
Kaka goes down. Big kill. The duel onto the Rubik. It's not doing enough damage, but they finally have it now. That's enough for the kill. X now onto Morpheline. Sumail has to run away. Monet also backing out of there. The buyback already came from Kaka. The buyback came from Jabs. As they find and kill XXS. If they want to, they can buy back now on Aster, but it looks like they're going to give up another Roche.
Yeah, I don't think they can fight here. Getting back into positioning is going to be too tough. Trying to TP into that state, like with all these wards and all sentries down here, it's going to be a bad time. So we have another Aghanim Scepter.
Yeah.
Out here for Talon. Jabs perhaps needs one more panda to send in, I think.
That was the
just about
problem.
do it.
Oh, more?
Actually,
Hey, what? No, okay, yeah, they do give it to Jabs.
yeah, there we go. Oh, wait.
He's holding it. Maybe he's reading it. Okay. He is going to give it to somebody else then.
He's going to combine it with his energy booster.
Okay.
There we go. He builds the Aeon Disc, so he's no more messing around. He just builds it.
I think they're going to give it to Rubik instead.
Yeah, I guess so. He does not care for the eggs.
I will say it does make things a little bit weird sometimes with like your micro and stuff. So maybe he's worried about it messing him up if he hasn't practiced it more. I don't know. But they're going to split. Monet, ready to start punching. Hits, breaks, throws damage out. XXS jumps forward, 23, good damage, and he is dead one time. Now, looked for a duel, can't get in range in time. XXS backs away. Remnant forward from Makoto onto Kaka, doing some good damage with the duel. They save it. Oh, the lift up though. Keeps him alive for a moment, but will it be long enough? No, Makoto is dead. Jab's second round trying to make something happen. They get the push back there from the Coddle. Jabs is going to die in his ulti another time unless he can get away with one. All right, the Fire Panda gets away. 23 onto Monet. Tries to back away. Invis gets out, runs. Silence back. Ollie, he hits very hard. They're all back onto him. Monet able to get some amount of escape. Manta dodging, trying to get out of there, but will die. Does that buyback. Now, everybody back alive on the side of one, but they get the Hex. Follow-up not there. 23 Savage
Tough
gets
grab.
away. They still have one more lane. Sumail trying to chase. Ollie getting some separation. The slowdown. Sumail double chakram. Connects onto him. But eventually with Monet there, it will be enough damage to get the kill. Holy
Makoto's
moly.
nullifier is doing so much work, though. Like, that chase down, trying to lock anybody down is so difficult with all the assistants they have. Force staffs, glimmers, right? But that nullifier, very necessary. And he's doing a little management here as well.
Yeah.
With the help of his DD rune that he has now put into his inventory. So, Makoto ready for that next fight.
Oh, God.
Going for the Gleipnir to try and increase their control a little bit more, and obviously just working with what he's already got. That was his buyback, though, so they're kind of all in at this point. Big buybacks still left in the game. Certainly, I mean, 23 Savage and Sumail are the only two cores that currently have buyback, and those are all timers. It's not a gold issue for anyone here. As Tormentor's taken. Shard for XXS.
Satanic about to be completed for Drow. Might be a turning point. But to be honest, this game, it's getting to some crazy territory. Though we did see in that last fight, Q with the Wind Waker making some solid moves. You know, able to save Makoto. Yeah. But buyback's going to be imperative here.
Yeah, we've been talking about the Wind Waker with all the legions we've been seeing, but it's obvious why it's so hard to get there. It's just such a costly item, such a bad buildup. This like naked mystic staff from Yules feels pretty awful.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah,
dude.
let's go. Let's go, Ollie. Ollie wants to win this game.
Ollie is a monster. Sumail does have that double chakram.
He'll live. Haka as well been feeling very confident out on the map because of this ninja gear, and again he's trying to pop it right now. It's kind of dangerous to be doing this without a blink dagger, but
I've been really impressed with Kaka's. The fact that he's only died 7 times this game is kind of crazy. Split.
Yeah.
Walk high ground. They see one of the pandas, though. Force staff gets the low ground, backs away. Another force staff. They're out of there.
Even drop the Will-O-Wisp there for some protection. So, y'all want to wait for another Roche? Or you guys busy today? You guys got any plans? It's funny, we were so far ahead.
Boots of travel. They botsed onto the panda that found Sumail. So Sumail, in more trouble, is going to get ran down here and going to die. Now, he does have buyback, but did not anticipate that move coming from Jabs.
Yeah, they're likely going to know that he has buyback just on how like his inventory hasn't changed in quite a while.
Yeah.
And he's been the one who's been doing all this pushing out on the map because, you know, he clears the waves very fast. And obviously he has the buyback, so.
Right.
They're not too worried about this inside of Aster. Obviously, it's still a big pick for Talon because this is how you want to force the next engagement. Right. It does mean that you have to go high ground without the Aegis. And we've seen how fast they can die that first time.
It's scary stuff, I would say also. Will-O-Wisp down, starting to beat into them a bit with the multi-shot. This is likely going to be mega creeps here. I don't know if Talon are going to try and force the issue after they get the racks, but we'll see. Silence dead! Oh my god! Oh no!
That explains it.
Oh no!
That explains it.
Oh. And there's no way that Aster could have known that.
Oh, of course not. They're just playing Dota.
Oh, jeez. That is really unfortunate timing. Oh my god. Oh man.
Imagine like Talon who can't see the game state right now because they're still disconnected, and like Aster are sitting on the other side of the stage right now, just like looking like, oh, actually wait, they're in rooms, aren't they?
I mean, so
on the mainstream.
check it out. Here's the other problem. Like, realistically, there's no way that he buys back right now. 100 seconds dead. They have to back away. I imagine Aster's just going to let them get out of there. We're going to have tier 5 neutrals. I mean, this could have been the game-ending push. Oh, wow. Wow.
So, chat, how you guys doing? What's up?
Oh, jeez.
You guys doing good?
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, guys, let's keep in mind the Drow Ranger. It is hypothermia, right? Frost arrows, and
He did die really quick.
and he's made of water.
Yeah.
So, he
He's the first one back.
He's-
Oh, no.
Smile.
Oh, no. Hello? Admin. Oh, jeez. Yeah. Yep.
What can I do? This is me calling customer service. When you know there's no hope, but you just want
Yeah.
to try something.
Yeah.
How can we deal with this situation?
That's true. Man, that is a unfortunate situation for sure. And again, in the context of what this game means for their group stage, for Aster, I mean, this is huge for Talon. If Talon could get a tie up the series here 1-1, that makes all the difference in the world in terms of their hopes going forward. That would be 4-1 for both of them, right? And again, if it's 2-0, if Aster could find a way to come back and make this type of win happen, that's really huge for their hopes as well. So we'll have to wait and see what ends up happening. Sounds like there's probably on behind the scenes. Let's see real quickly here. Let me.
Oh yeah, you gotta go check with the. I don't think we can talk about the admin chat, even if we can't see it. Please do not discuss that. We're on thin ice, lyrical. We're already here. We're already on the second stream. Come on now. You want to be C stream?
I'm not talking about anything. I don't even know. I don't see it.
I don't know
chat.
nothing.
I don't see any admin chat. I don't know what you mean. All right, real quickly, let me just wait and see. I want to talk to our producer and see if they need us to go to a break or something.
Oh no! Come on now.
Okay, fair enough. We'll chill. We're
What are
hanging
you doing
out
here? Look, this is one of the rare instances where
That's
the chat
true.
isn't that delayed.
That's true. That's a good
And I'm
point.
sure that someone out of you 33,833 people have something of value to bring. Certainly more than we do.
Okay, fair enough.
Mostly Keck W's currently.
There's-
Could I get some dino dances? Is that possible? Good.
How are we dino dancing in chat, everybody? Let's get some dino dancing. Where did that thing come from, by the way?
It just got added. It's
Like
fun, it
recently?
moves.
That's
Yeah.
great.
It was necessary, frankly.
I think the like movable emotes, they're pretty good. You got to admit, they're awesome. They're the dream.
We need one of Lion taunting.
Okay, I like
I
it.
feel like he's got the taunt for it, you know.
Yes, absolutely. The Dino Dance is the lion taunt of Dota 2 or of Twitch chat, I guess.
Yes. All right, let's do a little game here, guys. What would you do as the admin?
No, God, what are you doing, Trent? That's
Well, I
a
thought
terrible
maybe
idea.
we could forward any good ideas.
Okay.
Did I see Oppenheimer? No, I did not. I did not see Oppenheimer.
okay.
Did you see Oppenheimer or Barbie?
I haven't yet. No, I was thinking about going pretty soon. I think both of them are probably good, right?
I'm sure they're fine. I'm surprised people are this. I guess the movies are back. Is that what they're saying? I thought the movies were just kind of done. Do you guys actually like going to the movies anymore?
I think
Like what?
the
Why don't you watch it
reality
at
is
home?
that you want to go for like a movie experience that like really resonates with you, right? It changes you as a person. It makes you think deeply about the world and the way that it functions, and that's what Barbie is. You know, that's just what that's what happens.
Yeah. Yeah, I really need someone with some introspection. Thank you.
Exactly. Oh,
Good. All right. Good dancing. Well done. Thank
Amazing.
you. Hopefully by now you guys should be on the part where you tell us how to solve this.
exactly.
That would be good.
I'm sure everything is fine. I'm sure that
rematch. All right, they say remake. Full remake. Okay,
dude,
that's
I
good.
would be down.
Good admins.
We're coming back.
You guys
to
are
us for a
solid
second here. Oh my god, my
All right,
freaking
these
shirt.
are some good ideas. I like this.
Absolutely love that. And we're gonna take a look at a couple of the highlights from this game that we're in. How often do you get to do that? That's pretty awesome.
I like this one. Rough piece. Both teams play 3 respawns.
Oh, I like that.
That's a good one.
I didn't quite hear you there, producer. Sorry, my bad. But yeah, we see that, you know, these couple of high ground attempts, there were some clutch moments here with trying to just make XXS find those dual turnarounds. It was awesome to see. And, you know, at these clutch moments. I will say that you're right. The Sumail, like, Timbersaw has not been able to put together the same things that we've been seeing before. They've come up with some good answers to Timber in this game.
It's tough because, like, the hero can just look so good, and he was really farmed, but, oh, go. Oh, there's G's. G's in the chat.
Oh, we're back.
Go, 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 go.
Producer,
go.
into the
G's
game.
in the chat. Type your G's. Everyone in the chat, type G.
We're back to us. Now go into the game. Perfect. Okay, they backed away.
Typing the G's.
They backed
that
away.
Was from you, chat.
So it looks like we are just going to be resetting and chilling. There's no actual resetting, which is the thing that could have happened. Yeah, died very quickly to 2 shots. 2 hits from the drought. And wait a minute. They're trying to go now. No Morphling. Nullifier? Duel? Dead? Oh, no. Oh, man. Not like this. Ollie. Now chase down. Can they get him in time? Not going to look for it anymore. Holy moly, dude.
Okay. It's all right. Got buyback. Sumail's back up. Now, if a little rewind here, guys. The Roche. It's about a minute and a half away from potential spawning, so there's nothing that can happen there. They're not going to get this for free. There has been a rapier queued up in Monday's inventory for like 1 billion years. Now there's 4 of them. They are multiplying. But for now, they're marching high ground.
And going to try and force the buyback. If they have to buy back on 23 Savage here, that is devastating. Absolutely devastating. And I think that they're just going to get a free tower here, most likely, is what it
Remember
looks
when
like.
they almost had megas a second ago?
Yeah. It's an issue. 8 seconds left. They want to try and force the fight here, maybe. Bruce split, heading over to the side. Sumail backing away. And it looks like Aster get out. But 60-minute items. It's up. It's time.
Oh, my goodness. I forgot. I was so preoccupied with our little fireside chat here. Okay, what do we need? Book of Shadows versus Legion. That's the first thing that pops in my head.
Sumail.
That's pretty
Sumail. Lifted. Sumail in trouble. Does have buyback still.
I'm just used to him dying. I don't know.
Blink Timber Chain try and get away. Sumail caught. Oh, the chains to get him. Nicely played. Sumail will end up falling now because of that.
Yeah, Kako was kind of close. He needs to get out of there.
That should help.
Again, though, still has his buyback. They're returning. All right. Did that buy enough time for them to farm us? There's an Ex
They have
Machina here.
4.
Oh, they already got 4 to 5? Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Okay, they got a lot.
Ex Machina for the Legion. Double Nullifier, double Halberd. On Dire,
insane.
Mirror Shield for the Morph. Not actually a solution for duel, though we haven't been seeing many duels on the Morph.
Oh, Monet gets the Stygian. He was waiting a while,
Oh,
too.
wow.
They're actually all holding. They were discussing what they had. Oh, Sumail. The Giant's Ring.
Giant ring.
He's been struggling. He needed that.
And a
Gross.
Seer
Gross. Refresher
Stone.
Book of the Dead.
What? Oh my god. All right, Refresher Book of the Dead. We do have a Seer Stone on Caudle, though, with his Hex. So
Okay, we're not
cast
fighting
range is
anymore.
crazy.
Oh, that's true. That is huge, actually. Oh, and Rubik, too, with the Aghanim Spellsteal. That's a really good item.
Yeah. All right.
All right, no more fighting for Talon. Only creeps. Only
don't-
base.
I don't
Only
know what's gonna
force
happen.
racks. Look, he's going in. He's
Yeah.
sending in the army.
He's ready to go. Trying to take it out, and it looks like they're going to be able to do just that. Still. Uh-oh. Quick pause from Jabs. We have a Fallen Sky on Ember now, too. So another way to help deal... That's a bit of a weird one.
It is, yeah.
Did he misclick?
No, it's okay. I mean, it's just mobility, right?
They paused right after he got it. There's no way he misclicked. Surely.
It's just more mobility. I think it's all right.
Okay. I don't know if that... yeah, that Seer Stone, I think, was the Roche. So now I think Aster see that Roche is up.
They're actually still holding a token on someone. Am I crazy? Oh, maybe I'm crazy. Never mind, I'm crazy.
Okay.
Oh, wait, no, I'm not. They still have a token somewhere on Talon.
Ollie. Ollie hasn't taken it yet. It's back at base.
Ah, I see.
Into the pit they go. Roche about to be claimed. And Aster, they run into Sky. They find him here. Oh, and the vision from the neutrals, the creeps, the force staff forward, catching him for the moment, trying to purge Makoto. Good damage out. He is doing so much in this fight. 23 Savage, though. Turn upon slap. Silence dead. That's one time down. Can they get away? Meanwhile, in trouble. XXS starting to fall. Monet is gone. Sumail Timber Chains tries to get out of harm's way as they TP out on Pichu. Sumail, woo! Almost goes down there, but able to survive for the moment. Lift up onto him. Has the number Timber Chain. Force staff to the high ground, staying alive. Makoto gets the kill, gets out. Dude, Makoto Ember Spirit is something special.
Yeah, he is carrying so hard this game. All the fights that have brought them back into this game for where it felt like they just couldn't play where they want to on the map. That first Arcane Rune play into the Radiant Roshan when they won that fight, it really has just been all him since then.
Oh, yeah.
He has to do so much in these fights because, I mean, he is taking advantage of the lack of stuns, but you keep in mind when they bought these two scythes, I foresaw some problems for him, but he's just been very cautious about the use of his Linkens as well as his BKB, ensuring to play around it perfectly. As he trudges his way along this map now at 300. Look at these two carries mid. Look at this Morphling and this Ember. Look how slow they walk.
Yeah.
We're coming. I'm old. I'm level 28.
Sad, man.
It's hard, you know. These carries, they get a little older.
True enough. Well, they are still very strong and hit pretty freaking hard. They're going to send in some more. Or actually, they're just going to send in 23 himself. Now, we've been here before. Monet throws in a couple punches and will kill off those illusions. So the marksmanship paired together with Stygian, if he gets a proc, it's kind of disgusting. It is, because Morph has no armor, right? If he gets a proc, and then on top of that,
yes.
He's in negative armor from the Stygian.
And currently, Jabs, he did get the eggs this time, and he's currently playing around here using that Storm Panda. So, not going to waste trying to send in an Earth Panda or something. It's not really going to work. This does give him a chance at just a free initiation. He's just kind of lurking here. And there's the big split. And where's he going to go? He's trying to loop them around through the bottom to try and attack the buildings or just cancel blinks maybe.
Okay.
They're all in. They're going for the Megas.
Lift up on Monet. XXS there. Gets the duel. They need to bring down the Drow. They got him right there. Now the turn. He's gone.
Dead.
23 Savage is out of there. Killing off jabs along the way as well. And now into Makoto. A couple more hits. He too is gone. He didn't have any more remnants left. They didn't even get the racks. That's not even Megas. Oh, Jabs messing up his micro. Oh, he did get the refresh to get it out.
He used it. Am I crazy? Did he accidentally jump out of it? What just happened?
I think so. It doesn't matter, though, because he got out alive. The Aeon Disc refresh was big, and that allowed him to get away. But, yeah, so there is some weird misclicky things going on right now. Monet's about to have Rapier.
That was crazy. I actually don't even know what just happened to Jeff.
I think he double tapped
I'm gonna rewatch the replay. It looked like he split and then accidentally canceled it, but then he got telekinesis saved.
Yeah.
So I'm keeping an eye out. That was wild. Man. Monet has finally joined the game, ladies and gentlemen. The damage is in.
He's going for the Rapier. I don't know what he replaces it with.
And then it ended instantly.
Okay.
And then he got silenced, the Aeon Disc, and he got telekinesis out. That was really funny.
I mean, here's the thing, right? We said, if Morphling gets dueled, I don't think he can survive against Monet. There's a reason this is the counter pick. And if Is there any way they actually... Oh, that sleep is good, actually. Any second that you can delay this is really important. Meanwhile, bottom. Sumail onto Jabs. Jabs gets dueled and gonna get killed. 120 seconds without him. Monet, he's in the base.
He's trying to buy time. He wants to like cut waves and try and like delay things here because he wants to make sure they don't have to buy back onto their Morphlings. That is certainly the biggest deal, is that 20 Savage didn't have to buy back.
Monet, buy your
Jabs is
rapier.
a little bit more acceptable. They have creeps in the top. If Jabs wants to YOLO, because I feel like Jabs is going to YOLO this.
I mean, he could. It's a lot of damage
They
very
have
rapidly.
no glyph.
Monet turns. Wind Waker backs out. Still sticking around.
Creeps in the base.
Now they're back.
The only problem is he can't YOLO with a buyback because obviously then his game's just over.
Right.
If they had found like a sneaky respawn or something, but now that chance is probably gone for a while.
Talon going in for the fight. Catches there onto 2. Has the turnaround onto Makoto. Jabs did buy back. They're all here. XXS turns, looking for a duel. They find it. Makoto is... Oh!
not?
The Wind Waker save! Is it going to be enough? No! They take him down. But 23 onto Monet. Monet, no buyback. If they kill the Drow here, it is over. But they can't quite get him. Drow lifted, bringing him low. Oh, 23, he dies! They take down the Morphling first, but the buyback, they know that's enough. 3 are dead, 2 minutes. They're going to take down Sumail as well, and Talon, they've finally done it. What a great catch.
There's no way. Yeah, they're just going to call it. There's
GG.
no way. He can't hold by himself. Talon, what a grueling game to win
Wow.
this. XT.
XT
indeed. From Talon.
Oh, man.
All right. We're good. We're
Oh, a little sweat off the brow there.
yeah, no worries, guys. Deserved victory. Everything's fine.
Jeez.
That was a long holdout for a Drow to eventually become powerful, and some frightening 2 shots onto some of these heroes.
But was
in
she
the end,
powerful? She
the,
didn't
the
buy
victory went to
rapier,
Talon.
Trent. She didn't buy rapier. She was right next to the secret shop. That last fight, she could have had rapier. God dang it.
Would that matter? I mean, does that even matter at that point with her damage ban? I don't even know.
I mean, maybe. Maybe not. Maybe it doesn't matter.
That was pretty ridiculous.
It's the moral. The moral.
I'm definitely on the Makoto show for this one.
Yeah.
I cannot believe he did not feed this game. Like, how do you not feed on this this Ember? Like when you have to
Right.
play like this.
I know. I have no idea. I feel like it was one of those moments where, like, particularly, I think the fight that we just saw, or maybe it was the one before that, where he double remnanted into the fight. So many times he was doing just this. Sleight of fist, remnant, sleight of fist. And then he had the freaking fallen sky afterwards. I'm sorry I ever doubted it as an opportunity, because it's actually sick with the way that Ember can play this. It's really cool pickup.
It is a tough one to go for, though. And I think, toughest game, probably Sumail. In terms of the amount of gold that he had, the amount of space that he was given, did not ever really come online with this Timbersaw.
Yeah.
Couldn't force any sort of a bad fight for the enemy team. Couldn't, like, just get into their face. I mean, 23 Savage did almost as much damage with Timber Chain this game as Sumail did.
Yeah?
The
Oh my God.
constant morphing into the Timbersaw was really powerful.
Oh, it definitely was. God, Makoto, 70k hero damage dealt. That was crazy. He did so much. It was a really, really impressive showing. I don't know. And as far as what that means for the state of the groups too, I mean, we were pretty far ahead at the start of this one. Now we can take a look at it, and spoiler alert for all y'all out there, Tundra and Shopify, they end up 1-1. Obviously, this one ends up 1-1, and then Bet Boom and Secret both 2-0. Secret with the 2-0 is pretty huge for them, but this puts Talon and Aster right below Bet Boom continuously now. And like I said, they're in really good spot to keep moving forward in this, and maybe even get a top of the group stage, or coming in through the upper bracket. That'd be huge.
It would also be a shame if we did not credit Jabs for the 10th overall pick Brewmaster, because when you go back in this game, no, I'm serious.
Oh my God.
Why did Aster lose this game? Where was Drow, guys? Where was Drow at like level 4 and 5? She was
Yeah.
in the jungle.
That's true.
Because Jabs is Brewmastering. He's just cinder brewing all over the place. They're fade bolding. They ruined Drow's game. And then there were some hardships for Jabs. But he played very, very well in this Brewmaster. It is not an easy Brewmaster game. There was a ton of AoE damage. He had to play in their face. He had to feed a couple pandas.
Yeah.
But I said that they lose. Like, we were not looking at Talon as winning this game.
No.
But they really did a very good job of taking out that one strong carry that Aster were showing. Because this is a strategy that's looked pretty successful so far at this event. It's having these two like tankier sort of like somewhat playmakers like the Legion and the Timbersaw, and then having this like one bigger force of sustained right-click damage.
Right.
And they ruined that force. They delayed Monet so late in the game that you saw how scary it was. Imagine if it was like that 10 minutes earlier.
Absolutely.
All right? That's jabs. Okay.
That is Jabs.
Right,
I
we
will
can go
also say that Talon won the game because of Jabs' ability to push the draw out. They also almost lost the game because Jabs fed horrifically multiple times in the late game. Went 1-7-20, one of the worst score lines I've ever seen from him. And I only say this because I love Jabs as a player, and I think he freaking rocks.
There is no late game without jabs.
But
all right?
exactly. But and also much like Duraccio, there's games where he looks horrible and there's games where he looks amazing. And in both cases, he's integral to the success of the team. Very cool performance from Talon. Man, Trent,
Right.
what a journey we've been on together.
This was a great day. There's two excellent BO2s here, especially considering that our first ones were pretty fast. Would
sure.
you guys Dino dance us out of here? Is that cool? Could you
Dino
guys
dance
just,
us out.
Put a bunch of Dino dances and stuff? That'd be awesome. So
And-
thank you very much, everybody.
And we're going to head to a break. When we come back, Gareth and Waga are going to take over for the rest of the day. More great Dota to come. See you all in a few.